Hi there, and thanks for joining us. Well, Pride Fighting Championships has done it again. We're putting together a great mix tonight of the next generation of stars, the lightning-quick lightweights, and today's top fighters. This is Bushido Volume 3. I'm Mauro Ranella, welcoming you to the Yokohama Arena, where it's a pleasure to introduce Matt Hume, the Wizard, to the broadcast. Matt, of course, is the lone American judge for Pride, and we're looking forward to your keen insight and analysis tonight.
Thank you, Mauro, and thank you, Pride fans. The Pride matchmakers have put together some great bouts this evening, and I'm very excited to see how these will unfold.
Of course, Matt filling in for Boss Rudin. El Guapo will be back for Critical Countdown coming up on June 20th. Okay, first thing is first. Pride middleweight champion Vanderlei Silva was supposed to take on Japanese superstar Yuki Kondo tonight in our main event. Unfortunately, Silva has re-injured his knee, and that bout has been postponed until later this year. Now, in its place, Pride has put together another tremendous Team Gracie versus Team Japan series. You'll remember back at Bushido 1, the legendary Brazilian clan edged their Asian counterparts 3-2. Now, tonight, it's a best-of-3 affair, as Renzo Gracie black belt Ricardo the Big Dog Almeida takes on the debuting Rio Chonan. What are the keys to victory for each fighter in that one?
Well, Rio Chonan, he calls himself the Japanese Hurricane. He's a very dangerous striker. He wants to keep this fight standing. Ricardo Almeida trains with Renzo Gracie, very dangerous on the ground. If he can bring this fight down to the ground, he's got dangerous submission skills that can end the fight quickly. So if it goes down to the ground, that's Almeida's game. If it stays standing, watch out for the Japanese Hurricane.
Hal Gracie's going to put his undefeated record on the line tonight against a very tough Takanori Gomi. Set the scene for that one.
Takanori Gomi is a ground and pound fighter. He wants to take the fight down. He's got great wrestling skills and ability to do just that. Hal Gracie, his last name is Gracie, he doesn't mind being on the ground. He's very dangerous with the up kicks, very dangerous with the submissions, so I think we're going to see a ground battle in that fight.
Finally, the loose cannon High and Gracie, he is going to go up against Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa. Matt, tell us a little bit about that bout.
Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa, he is a very versatile and conditioned athlete. He hasn't shown his best in Pride yet, but he promises to bring that out in this bout. Now, High and Gracie is a steamroller. He is going to try to come out and make this a quick fight. But if Minowa can last just a little while and bring this into the realm of conditioning, he's got a good shot.
Also tonight, Mirko Krokop, coming off his worst defeat ever at the hands of Kevin Randleman at Total Elimination 2004, he is going to try to redeem himself when he takes on a tough striker in Hiromitsu Kanehara. Now, what do you think Krokop's mindset is going to be after suffering his first knockout loss 3 weeks ago?
Well, a lot of times fighters, after a knockout, they're a little bit gun-shy. But Krokop really wanted to get back in here quickly, so that tells me that rather than being gun-shy, he's coming back with both guns blazing.
The great Canadian competitor Carlos Newton takes on Daiju Takase. Do you anticipate a ground battle in that one?
It could be a ground battle. If it is, it's going to be a very technical ground battle. They're both excellent on the ground. However, they both have excellent takedown skill and excellent ability to stop the takedown. So if it stays on the feet, only they can tell us what's going to happen.
Also on the bill, Pride heavyweight champion Fyodor Aemilianenko's not-so-little brother Alexander takes on newcomer Matt Folke from Australia.
Like you said, newcomer Matt Folke. He hasn't been in Pride yet. He's 6-0 in Australia, tough guy. And Aemilianenko, anybody with that last name, comes into the ring with time bombs. So if Folke can step through those time bombs and maybe take advantage of a previous lack of conditioning from Aemilianenko, then he's got a good shot.
All right, we're looking forward to all the great action tonight. This is Pride Bushido Volume 3. Hey, if you're looking for real fights with real athletes, you've come to the right place.
紅に輝く日の光を手にするか、それとも闇に葬られるか。あまりに華やかな、そして過酷な銀幕の戦場へと続く道、それがプライド、武士の道。
Yokohama Arena comes alive with the sounds and sights of Bushido Volume 3. Tonight, Pride Fighting Championships takes a page from Bushido 1 and brings back Team Japan versus Team Gracie. Matt Hume, we're going to be in store for another tremendous night. I can feel it, the crowd here already electric as they anticipate the best-of-3 series between Japan and the legendary jiu-jitsu family from Brazil, the Gracies.
This is going to be some great matches, some exciting fights. Takanori Gomi versus Half Gracie, very close, great ground fight.
And we are drumming up excitement already with the introduction of the fighters. Chae Mubei of Korea taking on Yoshihisa Yamamoto. There you see competitors vying to prove their worth here tonight. There is Canadian Carlos Newton, who will be taking on Gaiju Takase. There you see the former sumo wrestler Tamai Kariki. Akira Shoshi, training at AMC Pancration in Washington State, a school you know very well, Matt Hill.
I do with that.
Chalid Faust, a veteran from Bushido 1, returns to Japan tonight. Nakamura coming off 2 consecutive victories, the last being against Dos Caras Jr. here in Pride. He'll battle the 5th from Golden Glory. Kanehara, who some say has the unenviable task of being Mirko Krokop's first opponent following his devastating defeat at Total Elimination 2004 against Kevin Randleman.
Almeida.
From the United States of America,
The big dog, Ricardo Almeida, representing Team Gracie tonight, a Henzo Gracie black belt. He'll be facing, making his debut tonight, Rio Chonan. Many predict this could be the show stealer. Half Gracie, undefeated in his career, takes on the superlative fighter from Japan, Takanori Gomi. And in our feature bout, Ian Gracie, the always aggressive, the loose cannon of the Gracie family. He is set to square off against Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa, who many feel could be facing a do-or-die situation in Pride Fighting Championships. He wants to break his losing streak. Mirko wants to get back into title contention. Gracie and Minowa already eyeing each other. We are about to begin Pride Bushido Volume 3.
Bushido 挑戦試合第2試合を行います。青コーナー180センチ 88.5 キロキム・ジンオ。
Oh, he's 25, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds, making his debut tonight. Pride Fighting Championships.
183センチ 96.3
Now, Fuji comes in with a lot more experience than Kim Jano in fighting. Although Kim Jano has 4 years of judo and he's fought before, Fuji has a lot more experience. That may be the difference in this fight.
Fuji's 31, 6'1", 210 pounds. Again, his first appearance of Pride as we see Naoya Ogawa in Fuji's corner. He's a veteran of the smaller promotions. Is Fuji appearing in UFC J, Deep, Pancrase, and Rings here in Japan. A very proficient striker. Is now refocused on his career as he passes the age of 30, while Kim Jano has had military training in Korea, and he comes out just firing away, but Fuji now has turned the tables. There's a mix of the feet to knees and punches.
Jano's not really putting anything into those punches. Fuji looks quite a bit stronger here. I think we're going to see a takedown. He's grabbing the ropes, which is illegal. That should have licked a yellow card, and here it comes.
Kim Jano saluting the crowd, Korean style, but he's got a yellow card and he waves to the fans.
Looks like he's having a good time there. Well, we'll see if he still has a good time once they restart the fight.
As long as he's aware that the yellow card is not a reward, then he's okay. Not a bonus. Yeah.
That was a good low kick there. He's got to watch the right hand, though. Kim's throwing the right hand while Fuji's throwing the low kick, but it didn't land.
So far, Fuji doing a good job of countering Kim Jano's attack. And we are into another
Fuji wants the knockout.
Here. Flailing away, again, not very crisp punches. There's a shot attempt.
Takedown attempt there. He gave it up without trying too hard for it. I know he's got a better takedown than that. I think that was just to change the pace of the fight a little bit. Looks like he's getting a little tired. There's a good uppercut. They're both bleeding from the nose.
And now Fuji seems to be overpowering Kim Jano as Kim Jano goes to the clinch. A knee breaks it up. And Fuji now tattooing Kim Jano with those shots, and look at his face.
They've both really tired themselves out with the wild punches. It may not be the best strategy to use.
But Fuji seems obviously to be in the better shape as he has managed to hit with more
Fuji's
shots.
really slowing down now. Jano looks like he really wants this.
He's holding the rope again momentarily there.
Now Fuji should be pummeling inside. He's got a wrestling background. He should try to get both arms inside. He's throwing little shots, but he looks really tired. Okay, he's inside now, so another rope grab. We're going to see another yellow card here in a minute if he keeps doing that.
3 yellow cards, he will be disqualified. There's a nice
good knee to the body, good knee to the body. he got a little breather there. We'll see if he gets some recovery and picks the pace back up.
Had him in the tie clinch, delivering those knees, has him pulled into the corner.
He's got the underhooks here, and he should lock up his hands and pull him out of the corner, go for the takedown, or go ahead and drop down to the legs right from here. Jano can't sprawl if he drops to the legs from here, but he's choosing to punch.
And now Jano tags him with the right hand, met with a knee coming in. So it's striking warfare here. Another nice knee by Fuji.
Well, the technique isn't the best technique, but they're really going for it.
These young fighters getting an opportunity. They want to make the most of it. There's the next takedown.
Now he's got a pass guard from here.
He's in the half guard now, Jano, and there's a nice hammer strike delivered by Fuji.
Okay, he's pushing on the knee. That'll free him from the guard. He looks like he's about to mount. If he can free that foot, he'll mount. He can still punch from right here.
And
now he's mounted.
Mount, but he looks like Jano's going to give
turning
him
his back. I think we'll see a choke coming here.
He's got
the chin up. Hasn't got the choke set yet though.
Nope, Jano.
Now it's underneath. He's got the choke. That's
it. Rear naked choke victory for Shimoji Fuji. And at 2 minutes and 58 seconds of the opening round, Shimoji Fuji with the rear naked choke submits Kim Jano. Fuji showing a lot of hustle in that bout. And again, Fuji, there you see Naoya Ogawa looking to succeed in the second round of the Pride Heavyweight Grand Prix. It's critical countdown, and it is coming to you on pay-per-view June the 20th. And he will be joined by the likes of American Heath Herring, Pride Heavyweight Champion Fyodor Aemilianenko, Interim Heavyweight Champion Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, many more. Let's take a look at the replay, Matt.
They were both going for it, throwing kind of wild punches there, but both of them really wanted to win this fight, and I think it was the experience and the strength there that really made the difference in the end.
He just scored with the more damaging blows, able to outlast and overpower Kim Jano was Shimoji Fuji. And again with that rear naked choke, he wins his debut here at Bushido Volume 3. Foki is 28, 5'10", 220 pounds, making his debut at Bushido Volume 3. Aemilianenko is 22, 6'5", 275 pounds, 1-0 in Pride competition.
There is a weight difference in this bout, and when there's more than a 15-kilo weight difference, the lighter fighter has the choice of whether to allow a 4-point attack. In this case, Foki said he wants to allow the 4-point attack. So it's just the standard rules.
7-inch height advantage for Aemilianenko. Foki outweighed by 55 pounds, but in the pre-fight interviews, he said he was going to take the fight to Aemilianenko.
Got caught with the little left hook right there. He's got to watch out when he's charging forward. He's dropping his head right into that left hook.
Foki says he's very adaptable, explosive, and powerful, but Aemilianenko now with the overhook. Clinch here with the Foki.
They're both, one's got an overhook and one's got an underhook. Good balance there by Foki, but a little bit of weight difference.
And Aemilianenko finds himself in the half guard of Foki, and this is an area you don't want to be in with an Aemilianenko.
Yeah, he needs to start moving his hips real soon. He doesn't want Aemilianenko to come up and mount from there. So he'd be better off, instead of holding that forearm, he'd be better off going underneath and pushing the hips back and recovering full guard, or trying to get back to his feet.
Aemilianenko, current Russian Sambo champion, so we know he's dangerous with the leg locks as well. He's
got his full guard back now.
Open guard, Aemilianenko just dropping those bombs.
Now he punches like his brother Fedor. It looks like we've got a cut here. I don't know if that came up from the nose. It does look like it's over the eye.
Into the closed guard now of Foki is Aemilianenko. Aemilianenko had some conditioning issues at Bushido 1. I said he's addressed that. He does look to be in a little bit better shape.
Now he's passed again. He's back into half guard here. Foki doesn't look like he can close his guard.
Again, Foki has a 55-pound disadvantage as well, and that's got to seem like 100 pounds at this point.
It probably does right now while he's underneath him. He really needs to move.
Oh,
really needs to move
right.
his guard.
And definitely some ground and pound action courtesy of Alexander Aemilianenko, smothering Foki now.
Foki's arms are up on the back here. Oh, there's a bridge. He's giving his back way. Oh, good. He's up on his
good.
feet.
Looked like he was almost going for a backdoor escape there in, but turns
his escape was a little bit dangerous, but it worked out for him. Looks like he's a little tired.
Timeout's been called by the referee.
Check the cut here.
This is your strong point, first. You stay up on your feet.
Well, this will be a good rest for Foki. Maybe he'll come back if they allow him to continue.
Aemilianenko's trained with his brother, of course, also trained with fighters in St. Petersburg, Russia. He's working on his striking and stamina, and we see the striking definitely paying off thus far.
Foki's a little flat-footed there. It's a little bit flat-footed. Aemilianenko's throwing better combinations right now. He would definitely be winning on the judges' scorecards. However, this match is one of the prelims.
Nice knee right up the middle by Aemilianenko.
And in these prelims, as I said before, there is no winner if it goes the distance. It's a draw.
Full body lock there by Aemilianenko. Could be setting up a takedown here.
He's got his hips back, so that means he's looking for the knee right now. Now he's going to go for the takedown.
Nice takedown by Aemilianenko, right into cross-side position, and in dominant position is Aemilianenko now. So what do you think, in order for him to finish, what should he attempt to do? There's the mount there, Matt.
There's the mount. He could have finished from the side position if he wanted to go for submission. Looks like
he wants
he's
to ground
resting.
pound his way to a victory.
Well, he's resting right now. I think we'll see him sit up. I think we'll see him sit up and start punching. Oh, back's turning again. He's got a half Nelson on there to keep him from turning. And now he's getting the choke underneath. He's got the choke.
The choke, and he gets it. The half Nelson could have led to a armbar submission. Instead, Aemilianenko sees the opportunity and seizes it and gets the rear naked choke victory over Matt Foki. A game competitor is Matt Foki. Unfortunately, simply overmatched at 3 minutes and 16 seconds of the opening round. Aemilianenko improves to a perfect 2-0 here in Pride Fighting Championships.
3 minutes, 16 seconds into the first round. Highest score hold, the winner,
Aemilianenko Alexander looked like his movement was better this time. It looked like he did cut some weight, and he looked a little better this time. I think if we see him again, he'll continue in that direction and hopefully follow in his brother's footsteps and give us some more exciting fights here.
There you see the half Nelson, and then finally slips in the choke.
Now Foki's hips are flat here, so he wasn't really trying too hard to get up. I think he was a little exhausted from the weight.
And a neat little move here.
This is a short choke, what we call a short choke. He's doing it with the wrist instead of sinking it all the way and going for the arteries. That's a choke that goes directly across the esophagus.
So a variation, but it is the short choke. And in short order, it's Alexander Aemilianenko victorious here at the Yokohama Arena.
But I don't think he smiled.
Things are getting critical.
Wild lefts and rights by Herring, a percentage of them connecting.
Pride Fighting Championships. It started with 16 fighters.
Peppering them now, hammer strikes and right hands and left.
Only 8 remain.
Another soccer kick.
Pride Fighting Championships.
Critical countdown.
When it's all over, only 4 will survive. Order Pride Fighting's Critical Countdown. Premiering June 20th on pay-per-view.
Our corner, 171センチ、82キロ、George Patino Makako!
George Makako Patino is 31. He's 5'8", 180 pounds. This is his first appearance in Pride.
178センチ、82キロ、Masaki Kazuhiro!
Kazuhiro Masaki, 28, 5'10", 180 pounds, and this is also his debut in Pride Fighting Championships, and a man who, well, is not making a debut by any stretch of the imagination. He is the gregarious, the affable, he is the leader of Team Gracie, and always a pleasure to have him join us here at the broadcast booth. It is, of course, Renzo Gracie. Renzo, my friend, how are you feeling?
It's a pleasure to be with you guys here again. Here we go. Even though those two guys are beginners here on the Pride ring, it's very important to say that they are very experienced fighters. All you guys have to wait for this one is action. It's going to be action from the beginning to the end.
And I guess in the absence of Boss Rune tonight, Renzo, you're the best-looking guy in Pride.
No, this time I give the title to.
Give it the
back, my man. Here we go, guys.
All right, here we go indeed. A lot of buzz surrounding Macaco Patino, who recently joined the vaunted Shootbox Academy in Brazil, and Kazuhiro Masaki, a fan favorite here, a veteran of Pancrase, Renzo.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable fighter. I've seen him fighting a few times in Pancrase. He's unbelievable. It's action from the beginning to the end. It's going to be an intense one, this one.
Going through the feeling out processes, the two competitors circle each other. Macaco comes in with a low inside kick.
Good job there by Masaki.
He's dangerous on his hands. Ricardo Almeida might shoot it for him once. It was an unbelievable fight. He didn't give up until the end. It was an unbelievable fight. It was up to the referees to decide who won. So I know this is going to be a lot of action.
They're showing each other a lot of respect here in the early going. Macaco, which means monkey in Portuguese, and doesn't want to engage in any monkey business tonight, going downstairs.
Now, one of Masaki's cornermen, Gono, told me that Masaki is really well known as a street fighter before he got involved in professional fighting.
Yeah, he's a brawler.
He's a brawler.
No brawler in Japan.
I think once they get a little more comfortable with each other here, I think we're going to see the action
They're going to go
really
each
heat up.
other, definitely. Now it's starting.
Good right hand there by Masaki.
They're exchanging shots here.
Now, Macaco is training with Shootbox now, but he has a jiu-jitsu background, so he's very good on the ground. He's only been with Shootbox 4 months. I don't know if that's long enough for him to want to continue to stand up here. Henzo, what would you
I believe he'll fight better on the ground. He should definitely be on the ground right now. It's taking too long. Mizaki, one of the problems that Mizaki has, he defends very poorly takedown. So it will be a good option for Macaco to take him down.
Nice.
But that was a beautiful one.
Catches the kick as Masaki throws Macaco down.
I'm telling you guys, this is the one to watch.
Nice exchange there.
Don't blink. Here we're going to find out who has bottles to sell. So just keep your eyes on it.
A lot of people believe that Masaki may be the next Yuki Kondo. He thinks that Kondo is the only Japanese fighter currently. As we see Macaco take it to him again with combination.
He has a lot of heart. You got to expect, if this fight goes all the way to the end, that's what you're going to see all the way to the end.
And Macaco is opening up with kind of wide punches, throwing hooks. He's got to be careful or Masaki's going to throw something inside of those hooks.
Yeah, because those hands are coming at him straight.
Masaki feels that Kondo may be the only Japanese fighter currently who can give Vanderlei Silva a run for his money. That was supposed to be tonight's main event. That fight will be held later this year here in Pride Fighting Championships.
Now, it looks like Masaki's trying to make him miss and then counter over the top.
Yes, he plays a lot of like that.
Good left hook, good left hook. But wow, Masaki's got a chin.
Does he ever? Able to absorb a shot like that from the powerful George Macaco Patino. We've got ourselves a fight here, boys.
It's a lot of action, Macaco always when he fights. And if you, like, even though he's not known to the American public, like, I've been seeing him fighting in Brazil for ages, and it's always an unbelievable show.
He did make an appearance at UFC 18, defeated by the veteran Pat Miletich.
Yeah, that was a good fight, too. I believe he lost a lot of weight for that fight, so he had a little trouble. Not taking anything away from Miletich, which is an unbelievable fighter.
What do you guys think has to happen here for these guys to close the gap?
Well, Macaco's trying to land that big left hook. If he can follow it with a straight right, then he may be able to do a little more damage than just the left hook. But right now he's missing some of them, and Masaki's shown that he can handle that punch.
Are you surprised that neither fighter, Renzo, has gone for a takedown attempt yet?
I'm really amazed with that. Like, Macaco should have taken the fight to the ground because the way that it is, it's 50-50. You know, it's rainmakers everywhere. Whoever lands first will be the winner of this one, if he keeps like that.
Well, Makako's probably been doing a lot of work with Chute box, training with Vanderlei, so he probably feels pretty comfortable.
Definitely, and you can see his collar.
Nice high kick by the beautiful shot attempt, goes behind and has the waist lock. Nice takedown there, and Makako really showing his skills now.
Unbelievable.
He's right in the back. Got the hooks in here now. Oh, nice escape by Masaki. Wow.
Like I told you guys, be ready for action.
This is a very action-packed fight.
It's going to be like this all the way to the end.
They're both very quick fighters. They both know the ground well, and they're both decent stand-up fighters, too.
Makako in the butt scoop position now. Masaki looking to kick him in the thigh area.
Now, Masaki said that he wanted to stand up in this fight, so I think we're going to see him just land the kicks to the legs like he's doing now until the referee steps in and stands them both up.
Masaki sports a record of 11-3-2 in Pancrase competition, and so far his debut has been an impressive one here in Pride, as has the debut of George Makako Patino, two up-and-coming fighters here in Japan, Renzo.
Yeah, definitely. Even though it's their debut, like I said before, those guys are pro. You know, they're up there.
Nice up
They're a
kick.
tough fight for anyone. If Mizai keeps bringing his head down, he's in danger to be knocked out by Makako with a kick coming from the bottom.
I think you're going to see the referee stop.
That's it. That was a beautiful kick.
Good call, Enzo.
I'm telling you, his head is too low, so you can't stop that.
But as Matt mentioned, Masaki definitely able to absorb those thunderous blows, whether from the hands or feet of Makako thus far.
They brought them up. Here we go again.
Right hand connects.
Now, Makako's really coming forward with strong punches while Masaki's backing up. That's going to be a benefit on the judges' cards for Makako.
Definitely. Makako's winning up to now. The fight is going towards him. Makako had a recent fight in the jungle in Brazil, in the Amazon, and he knocked out Jacaré, which is a very, very tough opponent. A guy who wasn't losing for ages, and he was able to knock him out in the first round.
That's a big win. I remember Jacaré in Sao Paulo.
Unbelievable guy in the Abu Dhabi competition. Yes. So his debut on no rules fight, he fought Makako and he was knocked out by him.
Wow, that's impressive.
Makako feels he's undergone a catharsis since he hooked up with the shootbox team. Loves the family environment and all the tremendous fighters. And right now, oh, he gets tagged there by Masaki.
That's what I'm saying. You can't keep exchanging. You give it a chance to bad luck. It's about who lands first.
That short right hand when he missed, that's what Masaki's been looking for through the whole fight.
Yes, it's go 50-50.
So what are you saying, Renzo? Are you employing the likes of Makako to perhaps try a takedown attempt here?
Definitely, he should have been posing this fight to the ground. Oh, that was a beautiful punch. But you have to understand, this Japanese has a tough jaw.
Very tough jaw. He's taking some shots that would have put
He lifts his
anybody else
face up
down.
and just expecting to land his. He not even brings his guard up, if you realize. His whole goal is to land his punch. Look.
And they're exchanging some.
Look.
Both fighters.
Great action here. Those are strong combinations from both fighters. The conditioning by both fighters is great too. They're swinging from the bleachers. They're swinging from the bleachers that would tire most people out by now, but they keep going.
It makes me tired just of watching.
You know, these guys are like watching a stick of dynamite that's just been lit. It could explode at any time.
Definitely.
Nice shot there by Masaki, and now they exchange blows in the corner. Nice left hand scores by Makako.
This is great action.
That's hell in a can, my friends. Live from the Yokohama Arena, Tokyo, Japan, guys. It couldn't be better, and I have the best seat in the house with the guys here, right next to the ring.
Of course, Renzo Gracie, the leader of Team Gracie, the feature coming up later tonight, the best of 3 series between Team Gracie and Team Japan, and we look forward to action like this.
Definitely. Can't wait for the time to come.
Now, Makako was winning on my judge's scorecard up until that right hand landed and dropped him. But
that's the thing. Even though Makako landed much more punches and he was doing much better, like Misaki's punch really had an effect. He really wobbled his legs.
Are you saying that, Matt, because of the damage that Makako's been able to inflict?
Definitely that can impress the judges.
The damage and the effort to finish. Effort to finish is above damage, and Makako is definitely going with the effort to finish here. He's been doing it over and over. But that shot that landed from Masaki, that short right, scores for effort to finish and damage at the same time. But right now, this fight is still very even. I had Makako ahead up until then, and I've got the fight very even right now.
There's a shot by Makako, but did you see Masaki just bypass it, throw him to the mat, and there's Makako now in the butt scoop position.
It was a good takedown
Masaki's
attempt.
a tough guy. He's a tough guy. Never expect him easy. It's a dangerous opponent.
One of the lower criteria is aggressiveness, which goes to, guillotine attempt here, guillotine attempt. Got it.
Oh! Is that the bell to end the round?
That's the round. Wow.
George Makako Patino escapes the danger zone there as Kazuo Masaki with that guillotine right at the end of the round.
Good attack.
That was a great way to finish the round.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous fighter.
So, Renzo, how did you see the round? As Matt said, a very even round, but who would you give the edge to?
Definitely, you have to understand that the referees can go towards Misaki now for the fact that his punches had the most effect. Even though Makako was imposing the game and landing much more punches, the referees definitely can interpret towards the Japanese fellow.
Now, one thing to remember is we're talking about the first round, but the judges...
And you see there, look, and you see right away the best action during the game for the fact that they replayed that one. So it's exactly the shot that we are talking about. Look, right there. So this definitely can impress the judges in terms of the result in the end.
There's the single leg takedown from the ground by Makako, but puts himself in danger.
Misaki uses right away for the guillotine.
Misaki was smart going that there because he ended the round right there with an effort to finish.
So that would give him the round, or?
No, now you have to remember that this is not scored by the round. We're talking about who won the first round here, but the judges don't have a first round. They only have one fight to judge.
And that's what happens in Pride. It's judged over the duration of the fight.
And thank God I'm here as commentator, not as a referee to choose the champion on this one.
And I think even Matt
it's going to be a tough one.
I think Matt tonight is happy to be
glad
with
I'm
us
sitting here too.
The judges.
That's the whole game. Much better sit here. Here we go again, guys.
And we hope to see the action.
They just open the action can again. It's good to see those guys well rested and back at each other.
And that definitely was a part of the first round, wasn't it? None of them really expending unnecessary energy, taking their time, very methodical in their attacks.
And really looking to finish, really looking for a knockout or to finishing the fight. So every action they had was very intense. I'm 100% sure that we're going to have that on the next 5 minutes.
Oh, good right hand. He timed that right hand again. When he went with that wide hook, he timed the right hand and put it on the chin.
Beautiful. Makako went down a little bit for a second, but he's recovering now, putting back in the guard.
Now, Masaki should try to underhook instead of overhook.
Definitely. He was a little naive there and allowed him to put him back in guard, giving him time to recover.
Now, he's got a guillotine there, but Renzo, is that close to finishing?
I don't believe it's right. It's out.
Head's out.
Yeah, it was out of angle. It would be very hard to finish there.
Now some ground and pound action from the
The only problem, now he's feeling the dizziness from the punches and that he received. Yes, he's lightheadedness now.
Looks like he's a little more flat on his back here in the guard and not moving as much.
And he's showing a little tiredness, I believe, from the effect of the punches.
Now back into the full guard of Makako. High guard there, but look at Masaki, perpetual motion on the ground.
He never stops. It's like action is his middle name, man. Every time I saw him fight, it was like this. Look.
Big punch.
Right.
It's like it's not an easy guy to fight. Tough guy Makako picked to fight on the first match that he did on Pride.
And it's definitely been
But it's been definitely a show for us.
For sure.
It's been a great
It's like
fight.
an unbelievable. That's what we're talking about.
This is what Pride's about. These guys came to fight.
Electrifying action, and another right hand scores. It's real fights with real athletes, as only Pride Fighting Championships can deliver. These two fighters making their debut, a memorable one, here at Bushido 3.
We're going to be talking about this fight for time to come. Look, that was unbelievable try. Well defended by Misaki, and he's out of there.
It's been unbelievable. The submission attempts, the attempts to finish, and just the intestinal fortitude and the strength of both of these fighters. Nice kick by Masaki.
The most amazing about Masaki is that he seems to recover and grow into the fight.
His conditioning.
As the fight goes, he gets better and better and better. And he's able to impose more his game now. On the beginning, we saw Macaco attacking for the whole time and looking for the fight all the time. Now we see the other way around.
Now, Renzo, with Macaco on his back here trying to go for submissions, does the sweat play a big part here?
Definitely, it's very slippery right now. So if you realize the punches are getting in, the kicks are getting in. So Macaco's in a very tough situation right now.
Aggression is Masaki's middle name, and really measuring up Macaco now from top with those right hands.
Now you're seeing Masaki play a little strategy here. He's going to start to pass the ankles, then he's going to throw the punch while Macaco's thinking about recovering the guard.
Definitely.
Good move by Masaki, and a good point brought up by Matt Hume.
If the fight keeps that way, definitely is going to go towards Masaki.
I think at this point, I think Masaki has now pulled ahead.
Well, he's dominating this second round, and really it's how you finish the fight, as Matt Hume will tell you.
Well, it's actually how you play through the whole fight. They're going to tally up everything. Like I said, they've got their stopwatches running. They've tallied everything these guys have done through every second of this fight and taken notes. And they're going to look at this entire fight.
But who is dominating in the last round usually has a better opportunity to emerge victorious, isn't that true?
No, it's not true. Whoever made more of an effort to finish and whoever did more damage in the fight, those are the top two criteria. Then they're going to move on to standing combinations, ground combinations, positioning. They've got a whole list of things, aggressiveness. They're going to consider everything. So the rounds really play no part.
But the best thing of all is that this fight only finished when the time is over or someone was submitted or knocked out. So we still have a lot of action to watch. Don't blink, guys. You guys are
out now by Masaki.
Oh,
that kick rocks the head of Patino. An unbelievable recovery of Macaco Patino. That would have knocked
he has
the lesser
a top
fighter
jaw,
out.
definitely.
The difference, I think, right here is they're both very, very tough guys, but Masaki has recovered a little bit better from the damage that he took, and Macaco has slowed down a little bit.
No, Macaco now is trying to expose his back to see if he's able to invert and get the top position. But Masaki was very well placed there.
He's unable to.
Good hip work by both.
Choke, and there's another nice knee by Masaki coming up.
Now that was a strategy then by Macaco, right?
Definitely. He was trying to give his back to see if he was able to get the top position.
And this fight is over, and what a tremendous
battle.
Incredible fight.
That was a battle.
And the fans saluting both of these warriors. That's what Bushido is all about, the way of the warrior. And you will not find two greater warriors on this night than Kazuo Masaki and George Macaco Patino. And guys, a tremendous debut here in Pride for both fighters.
Incredible. I can't wait to see both of these guys fight again, even to fight each other.
That was unbelievable.
Great right hand there. Macaco very tough. A knee.
He placed it in the guard at the right time.
Watch
the knees
the
were
kick.
coming in.
I thought that was it.
Yes. I believe that kick gave the definition of the fight. They have to go with Masaki.
It was
now.
the exclamation point for sure. And there will
they
be
had any doubt before that, I believe it's over.
I agree. I tend to agree with you, although very, very tough to adjudicate. Perhaps, Matt, who would you go with?
During the time period, they both worked very well. I think we're going to see Masaki get it on the accumulation of damage.
Misaki. Misaki.
Yeah, Masaki got the win.
Yeah, no surprise there. The accumulation of damage. Although Macaco did a great job in this fight.
Masaki emerges victorious, but Macaco definitely will not be hanging his head, nor should he. What a tremendous first effort here in Pride for George Patino, and something tells me he will be back.
Definitely he'll be back.
Day.
He just got his ticket to get back here.
Absolutely.
Beautiful fight.
And they're still both in relatively good shape, even after a battle to that level. These guys could go another few rounds, it looks like.
Definitely.
That was a beautiful kick there. That was the exclamation point on the damage and the effort to finish the fight that gave the win for Masaki. If you look at Masaki in the ring now, he's not even breathing hard.
Oh, yeah, incredible conditioning, as you guys have mentioned, and just a tremendous fight and a memorable one here at Bushido 3. Kazuo Masaki is your winner
Carlos, after representing Japan at Bushido 1, you're now representing your home country of Canada, taking on Daiju Takase tonight. Of course, you're all about Bushido, the way of the warrior, you're the Ronin. What is it about this country that brings out the best in Carlos Newton?
I love its history, its people, its culture. Japan for me is a real symbol of the life I wish I could lead, as a young man, being a Bushido warrior, a samurai, and so forth. It means a lot to me.
And how has your training for this fight gone?
This training for this fight went very well. Had no serious illnesses or anything like that, So you always have to be thankful for that. And my manager and trainers worked really closely with me for this fight. And for me, it's a move up to the 185 class, which I think I'll stay here for a while, and I feel pretty good.
青コーナー177センチ88キロカラスニュートン
Newton is 27, he's 5'9", 185 pounds with a great record, 5-2 here in Pride Fighting Championships.
180センチ85キロ
Daiju Takase is 26, 5'11", 189 pounds with a record of 4-3 in Pride.
TK in the corner of Takase there, one of the premier coaches in Japan.
It's going to be an extremely technical fight, this one.
Interesting that both corners, in talking to them before the fight, they, especially Carlos Newton's trainer, Terry Riggs, he said he's still waiting for Carlos to show his stand-up skills, which he says are proficient, but I think everyone, including everyone here at this table, are anticipating this one is going to go to the ground quick.
Yes, I believe so, but we can expect some stand-up, I think, because Carlos is going to be looking to hit him, I think.
Carlos Newton coming off what he calls a very listless effort at UFC 46, losing to Renato Verissimo.
One thing to notice here is that Takase is a southpaw, and sometimes people don't get a lot of practice against southpaws in the gym, so we'll see how Newton handles that.
We don't want to take away anything from
Takase is looking for the floor right away.
But in that fight,
there was a beautiful reverse from Carlos Newton.
Good hips by Newton there, kept his hips in, got the reversal.
And get the top position.
And this already is more like the Carlos Newton fight fans are used to seeing.
Definitely, but one of the strongest positions that Takase has is the guard position. If you realize he's very flexible.
Takase now has recovered his guard fully here.
Takase, a grappling machine in the gym, one of the premier grapplers in Japan, taking on one of the premier grapplers the world over in Carlos Newton. And we can harken back, Henzo, to even Pride number 3, where he made his debut, losing by knee bar submission to Kazushi Sakuraba in what many call one of the best bouts in Pride's early history, and that was definitely
that was a great,
display.
great fight. And it's like they were not even trying to hit each other, if you do remember that. They were looking for submission after submission.
And we've mentioned it already, but you and Carlos also put on a tremendous display of your ground games skills, and right now we see Carlos in Takase's guard, Matt.
He's in the guard. The guard is closed right now. Takase holding the head. Takase is moving on the arm. He's going for the arm. Now he's opened his guard. He's going for the triangle, but the glove is inside the triangle. If he pulls his arm out of there, he's in trouble. Oh, now he's going for the omoplata.
Shoulder lock, the omoplata. But one thing that makes Newton so amazing is his escapes from submissions.
He's a very flexible guy. His joints are able to take a lot of strength. So you could see there, his arm was overextended. He's still able to hang in there and manage to get out.
There were 2 occasions in your bout with Carlos, Henzo, where all of us thought that you had him submitted.
Yeah, I was trying to give him some love, but
escaped.
Wasn't that time.
The knee bar especially, but here we see back in the guard, and Newton now going to the body and upstairs.
And you can see right away this is going to be a great fight too.
No worries about laying and praying in this one. 2 great ground competitors.
And you can see the Newton improve his takedowns. Like every time he was almost on his back and he was able to reverse and changed. This shows that he's been training takedowns a lot. And they're definitely working.
Takashi's appeared on every Bushido card, losing to Rodrigo Gracie at number 1, beating Chris Brennan at number 2, both fights going the distance. And while he went the distance and defeated Brennan, even Takashi not very pleased with his inability to finish Brennan.
He's a very tough guy. He has an attitude that sometimes looks very cocky, but it's not. He has an eyesight problem that sometimes make him look with his nose up. They told me that he has a great personality and is a great athlete.
Just like the personality of Renzo Gracie, who's joining Matt Hume and myself here at ringside. And Matt,
Now Takashi's got the arm underneath the leg to give him some angle here.
He's in a little danger for the fact that the arms can be caught there. And now it's out, but once you place your hand there, you gotta be caught. Your hand can be caught there, and your face is open.
Yeah, you can't defend with that hand.
So you can't defend. So it's a very dangerous place to place your hand. You have to try it. It didn't work. Your hand must be right away out of there.
and in trying to post up and posture here, Newton has surrendered his arm on more than one occasion. Now, though, those nasty body shots by Newton taking their toll on Takashi.
Newton looks content here to stay inside the guard for now and punch. Oh, there's the triangle.
Another
you have to understand, he has the flexibility to bring the knees almost to his ear. So he's very dangerous in terms of arm lock attacks and triangle. This becomes more evident if Newton starts to get gas out. If he starts gassing out, he's going to have troubles on Takashi's guard. So he has to be very careful there. And that's exactly the game that Takashi wants.
We expected a sublime ground battle, and we are seeing the early stages of that right now between Carlos Newton and Daiju Takase. What can Takase do here from the bottom, guys, to try to reverse this situation?
Well, he's got his guard closed, so he's flat on his back. If he wants to reverse, he needs to open up that guard and start moving, moving his hips out to the side, get out to the side of an arm, or try to sweep the legs.
Right now, he's mostly in a defensive position, just trying to defend and probably tire Newton a little, so he can try to his work.
But he's staying busy underneath, though, and has had some submission attempts.
I think he's trying to wait for Newton to pull out of the guard so he can come high on the shoulders and get his triangle.
Definitely, definitely. That's what he's looking for right now.
The action in the corner now, and there you see Takase again underneath the leg.
And if you realize every time he places his hand there, he gets hit.
Yes.
Well, he's exposing himself, definitely, and Carlos Newton busy with those shots.
We saw Fedor use that technique, but as soon as he grabbed the leg, he set the armbar in.
You have to go right away. If that fails, your hand gets caught there, it's always, you're going to get a few hits before you're able to pull your arm out.
They remain
There comes his
active.
leg again. That's what I'm saying. Look.
Slips out.
That was a good escape from Newton, and a very nice attack from
Newton trying to go through the guard, but unsuccessful. Good body shot there by Newton.
Newton definitely looking better than the last time we saw him
stronger,
in North America.
looking much stronger than the last time. I happened to watch the fight too,
and he did have extraneous circumstances surrounding that fight. He doesn't want to use any excuses. Renato Verissimo, a great fighter, and full measure for the victory. But Carlos Newton definitely looking like the Carlos Newton of old here in this one. But Daiju Takase doing a good job right now of just defending and not giving Newton much of an opportunity to do much offensively.
Carlos may be waiting for Takase to open his guard up.
Yes, and he's not doing. Like, that's one of the problems in Takashi's fight. He normally he's very defensive, and his legs are very flexible. His guard is very good.
I was just going to say, even if it stays this way, then the referee, I think, doing the right thing. I was just
give a break.
Now, there's going to be a yellow card issued here, because since they're on the ground and it was broken.
And the new card is red, actually.
Red card?
Yeah, it's actually red. They changed it. Okay. It's not yellow anymore. It's red. It means the same thing as the yellow.
Now, he awarded it to both fighters. That was a double stall warning on both fighters.
And again, here in Bushido, because of the shortened matchups, 1 10-minute round, 1 5-round, good takedown sprawl there by Newton. Nice uppercut.
That was a beautiful punch.
We should mention, you guys, that there are going to be a lot more yellow cards because they want the action to continue at a faster pace.
Oh, that was beautiful. And I almost landed a triangle.
A nice attempt at a monkey flip kick by Takase and almost landed.
Newton realized that he's fighting much better standing than Takase. Takase showing a little signs of tiredness.
You think that's a good strategy?
So he's looking like probably to knock out.
Getting the single
now
leg
he can take
Takase,
that.
and that time he ends up in
the
the
bottom.
guard.
Now we'll see how Newton works from the bottom and Takase from the top.
First time we've seen Carlos Newton in the bottom position. Takase, again, this is where he did have trouble, however, with Chris Brennan. A lot of people, the one criticism for
yeah, but even that was beautiful reverse.
Very nice.
Beautiful reverse.
Now if he pushes that foot out
That
of the
was
way,
a
he can
half
pass
guard
guard.
sweep. Unbelievable.
A lot of people feel that Takase doesn't show the same intensity that he does in the gym as when he competes here in Pride, and maybe that was a case of it right there as he finds himself back on the bottom.
Newton definitely looking much stronger than the last time I saw him fighting. Much better coordinate, standing much better on his takedowns, making a very smart fight.
Setting up a triangle here again. It's Takase,
There he
but
comes, his
too
legs
high.
up.
Very good flexibility by Takase. Hinzo, what's that called when the guard comes up that high and he grabs his own foot? Is there a special name for that type of guard?
Yeah, normally that's a setup for shoulder lock or triangle. It's like the problem with the ground fighting, you normally don't have a name for nothing. You just say, bring a leg up. So that move is bring your leg up and try the shoulder lock.
I agree with Carlos' corner, Terry Riggs' trainer, telling him to perhaps just push his palms down on the gut, break open the guard. I'm surprised a lot more fighters don't elect to do that, Henzo, when it comes to try to breaking the guard, is using...
Yeah, it's hard to break open Takase's guard.
If you drive the air out of his lungs, that may force it.
Definitely, that would be a good option.
What Carlos wants to do is he wants to posture himself up. He's leaving his body down on Takase right now because Carlos is trying to come through the guard. He's trying to pop the knee up and come through the guard. He's made a few attempts previously at that. But with the guard closed, it's hard to get that space to get his knee up inside.
Now he's trying to do just that.
Now, if Carlos postures himself up, he'll have a better chance of opening up the guard. Now he's trying to catch the arm underneath now. Carlos has the underhook with his left arm, and he's trying to push the wrist down on the other side to pin it behind the back so he can punch from there.
Into the final 60 seconds of this round between Carlos Newton and Daiju Takase. How would you guys score it at this point right now, Henzo?
I really believe Newton is winning up to now.
Newton's doing well. He's controlling a little more of the pace.
Better control. His hits, like his punches, is being landing more.
The effort to finish.
More accurate, yes.
The effort to finish, I think, is fairly even right now. The damage has been minor so far, so we have to look down at the aggressiveness factor.
Takase, without a doubt, is attacking a lot from his guard.
You say that the efforts to finish have been even. I'm thinking that the Takase might hold a slight edge there, though, Matt. He's going for the submission attempts a lot more.
He's going for attempts, but
telling him to get up.
They're not really close.
Takase is avoiding the stand-up fighting. The round is over.
And again, we anticipated a ground matchup, and that's what we got in the opening round between Takase and Carlos the Ronin Newton. And if you guys were in Newton's corner right now, let's actually pick a corner here. Matt, you tell me what Carlos Newton's corner should be telling him, and then Henzo, you tell me what Takase's corner should be telling him.
If I was in Carlos Newton's corner, I would say, you know, the fight's stalling a lot on the ground. Let's keep it on the feet. You're working better on the feet. You're showing an advantage there. Try to work the feet.
Okay, and Henzo, what should Takase's corner be telling him?
I believe that they should have tell him to put him down and try to really keep the top position and look to score. Like up to now, the fight doesn't look good to him for the fact that he's playing mostly defensive. Even though he had great attacks from the bottom, he had a chance of a shoulder lock, but every time Newton was able to reverse and get on the top again and impose his game. So he really should be looking forward to end up on the top and really keep his game, try to finish. I can't see him right now trying to knock him out. It's going to be very hard for Takase to knock Newton out. So his goal is probably a submission.
Now, at this point, the fight is fairly even, and the referees may just decide to scrap that first round, the things that have gone on, and just say from this point forward, since the fight is even at this point, whoever does better
I believe this next 5 minutes will be the deciding one.
For sure, and the amount of respect between these two fighters is palpable. Takase calling Newton a brilliant fighter, while Newton holds nothing but extreme respect for Takase, again, one of the premier grapplers in Japan. Here we go with the final 5-minute round, Bushido 3 between Takase and Newton. And it was interesting to hear Takase tell us during the pre-fight interviews that he wouldn't mind a stand-up battle with Carlos, but prefers the ground game. And talking with Carlos' corner, he says he wants Carlos to showcase his stand-up skills. But we go back to the ground right away.
Oh, dangerous situation. Do you realize how easy his legs come up? So in one of those takedowns, definitely Newton can end up in a triangle and an arm lock. You got to be very careful.
You saw that takedown was initiated by Takase, but as they went down, Newton
was able to reverse.
Yes.
Newton is showing himself in extremely good shape. He's able to get out of a weird situation when actually he should have been on the bottom.
Driving his chin into the upper chest area, Takase trying to frustrate him, make things uncomfortable there on the bottom.
And I definitely think like the fact that Newton is able to reverse every time, that is surprising Takase a lot. Because every time he gets the top position, he thinks he's going to get a little break. Newton is able to reverse and start all over again.
They're going to bring him back to the center here.
We're definitely going to see the winner coming out of this one on the following 4 minutes and a half.
And then break down with your weight.
Carlos' corner, Terry Riggs, imploring him to posture up and then break down with his weight. What does that exactly mean, Matt?
Well, the posturing is something that he should be doing. I'm not sure what he means by coming down with his weight. I would be telling him to move back while he's postured up, to open the guard up and to step out and get back to his feet here.
All right, let's see if they want to exchange here.
Newton should throw the right hand. He just did it. Newton should continue to throw the right hand. He should stay outside the lead leg.
Takase landed a beautiful uppercut.
It was a beautiful shot. And man, we're seeing a little bit of everything here.
That was unbelievable from Takase. A beautiful uppercut shot that landed straight. Newton was angry right away.
Now,
as soon as he got a hit, and he was looking forward to pay back with another
Newton wants to take this standing up.
Newton is controlling the takedowns in this fight by reversing when Takase tries to take him down, and also scoring the takedowns here. So that may be a factor that that gives him to this, if everything else remains close.
Definitely. Action can is open, my friend. Here we watch. This has been a great fight up to now.
But is Newton doing enough from where he is right now to gain judges' favor, you guys? It looks like Takase at times seems busier on the bottom than Newton is on top.
It's like the other one. It's a tough one to say who won actually up to now.
What would you guys, like, is Newton doing what you guys would want him to do if he was your fighter?
If the fight definitely was over now, I would give to Newton.
Yeah,
I would give to him.
I would probably give it to Newton right now, but if I was in Newton's corner, I would be telling him to back out of the guard, to really posture up and try hard to get out of the guard, get back to his feet where he can score.
It doesn't really look to me as if Newton is right now trying to fight to finish.
Yeah, he definitely knows his opponent. He knows his guard is extremely good. So he's avoiding actually the work of trying to pass.
But is it a case of maybe having too much respect for your opponent, knowing that now time is running out?
Yeah, I do believe so. He should actually be really showing work there to guarantee his place in the first place, you know?
3分経過。3分経過。3 minutes to go.
We are into our final 2 minutes of action between Carlos Newton and Daiju Takase. It is ground warfare, and right now Newton in the top position.
That was a bad call from the ref, because actually Takase was attacking the arm, and he told him to stop, to get up.
He gave a stall. Oh, he's giving both of them another card.
Another card.
And I'm not really too surprised, knowing the caliber of these two grapplers and what we really anticipate. It's been a good fight, but I expected to see more from Carlos Newton on the ground. Nice kick there.
Takase doesn't seem to want to stand at all right now with Newton.
Newton with a knee.
Oh!
Another nice knee.
Good knee. Oh, almost
Trip
a throw.
takedown, and there's ball
Takase
back into the
jumping to guard.
There was an exchange of rainmakers, and they land. It's unbelievable. They found a spot.
It's ironic that Newton appears more damaging standing up than he does right now on the ground, you guys.
Well, I don't think that damage is going to really play a factor here on the judges' scorecards, and I don't think the effort to finish is going to play a factor on the judges' scorecards. I think the lower criteria in the takedowns being dominated by Newton and in the combinations on the feet being better by Newton. And Takase, when they're on the feet, not showing any aggressiveness. I think those are the factors that may sway it for Newton.
Bring up a good point. Matt Hume, the judge, joining us here tonight, along with Renzo Gracie.
There you go.
And
You have
pass
the chance to
the guard
pass
there.
now.
I should kick.
Going for a label, I could tell.
That was a beautiful push. That was a beautiful push from Newton.
There doesn't appear to be the intensity that one would expect, though, with into the final minute here. The corner of Newton is imploring him to work.
Definitely. That's a problem when you fight Tass. Tass is a very defensive fighter. Even though he puts those shots from the guard, when he's not trying to attack, all that he does is lock the guard and make very hard for you.
Is this a case then, Matt and Henzo, of it being more Takase style that is not allowing Carlos Newton to do what he wants to do?
Definitely. It's like he probably felt in danger. Every time he tries something, that's when probably Tass was able to pull out something.
And part of the reason, I believe, is because Newton respects Takase's skill, and he doesn't want to make a mistake. So he's not really trying to force the guard open because he knows Takase is just waiting for him to back out so he can put that triangle on.
Well, the fight is over, and it will go to the judges' scorecards. From the comments of our experts here, Matt Hume and Henzo Gracie, looks as if you guys are going to give this to Carlos Newton, and I guess most of the fans tend to agree. Let's go back to the replays here. Go ahead, Henzo.
Left hook, but...
left hook and an uppercut, strong uppercut. That's what they wanted Tass. Almost landed.
I saw Newton using his shoulder well there when they...
That was the uppercut. It made Newton very angry after that. And he really looked forward to land his. It was a very interesting match, very good from both fighters. And let's see who the judges will give the victory to.
Two superbly conditioned athletes. And now we await the judge's decision.
Judge Forever, Carlos. Judge Wada, Takase.
Wow. Interesting.
Judge Miyake, Takase.
Daiju Takase winning the split decision, you guys, and this is really interesting because I was trying to convey and intimate to you guys throughout the fight that I didn't know if Carlos Newton wasn't doing a lot to finish, you guys.
One of the things you have to remember is when we're sitting here, we're watching the fight, but we're not keeping track of time. The judges have a stopwatch on the fight, and obviously this was a split decision, so this was a very close fight that could have gone either way. But the judges look at the time during the fight to dictate which person may have accumulated efforts to finish, accumulated...
Definitely the effort to finish from Tass was probably what gave them the idea of giving him the victory. I believe.
Henzo, you seemed a little shocked, though. Are you happy with that judge's decision?
Yeah, no, definitely. I would give to Newton that fight.
Well, in the end, it was Daiju Takase surprising some, but he picks up the split decision victory over Carlos Newton here at Bushido Volume 3. Kariki is 6'1", 220 pounds. His debut in Pride at the age of 37. Akira Shoji is 30. He's 5'8", 209 pounds. For him, this is a landmark event, his 20th appearance in Pride Fighting Championships, the most by any fighter.
I'm a little bit biased for this one since Shoji's my fighter. Got all the AMC guys in the corner there. Shoji's really ready for this fight.
It's good to see him fighting again. I had the pleasure to fight him on the first Pride.
Yes, you did, in an entertaining 30
That was
minutes.
unbelievable, tough Japanese. If he has someone with the heart of a samurai, that's the guy that you must be talking about.
You helped him make a good first impression here for the Japanese fans. Mr. Pride, Akira Shoji, they touch gloves, and we are underway.
Now watch for some low kicks and a big overhand right. There it is.
That's it, the fight is over.
Akira Shoji sends him to the ground, soccer kick to the head. Akira Shoji wants to make a statement, hammer strike spin. He's already cut him up, and there you have it. Happy anniversary to Akira Shoji. His 20th appearance in a Pride event is a victorious one.
A very impressive victory. Very impressive. Completely domination.
We've really been working on the boxing with Shoji, and paid off for him this time.
In near record time, 18 seconds of the first round, Akira Shoji destroys Kariki, and Shoji celebrates a victory here, the 20th appearance. That's hard to believe, isn't it, Henzo? The guy built a reputation in Japan, and what a way to enjoy his 20th appearance in Pride.
Definitely. It's good to see it. All the bad moments that he had in Pride.
Here we go, overhand right. Shoji's got a very powerful one. Just missed with that one, but this one was on the button.
And you know, it's only fitting, Matt, that with the victory, Shoji is now a 500 fighter, building his record to 9-9-2 here in Pride. And really, you know what? A record in MMA really doesn't tell the whole story. Shoji has taken on a virtual who's who in mixed martial arts.
Yes, well, anybody that took on the guy sitting next to me and survived is definitely a tough guy.
Thank you, my brother. And it's important to say, like, every time Shoji had a bad day in Pride, he was actually matched with guys like Sam Schultz.
Yes.
A 7-2.
まず最初に玉垣選手、この夢のリングに上がってきてくれて敬意を表します。どうもありがとうございます。今度ちゃんと食べに行くんでごちゃんしてください。
Akira Shoji thanking Kariki for accepting the fight with him tonight.
今回が20戦目の記念すべき試合でした。
And he now is telling the crowd that this was my 20th appearance at a Pride event.
一番大好きなこの夢のリングで20戦も戦えたのは皆さんの応援のおかげです。
And this is a dream come true. Thank you again. So he celebrates his 20th victory, thanking the crowd for their entire support throughout the years. Mr. Pride enjoying his 20th appearance, a record here for Pride Fighting Championships, a victorious one for Kariki. He'll have to go back to the drawing board if he would like to continue in his
very
career.
impressive victory. That happens normally when you are under the tutelage of our man here. But you guys have the luck to have him as your commentator tonight.
Former UFC heavyweight champion Josh Barnett, a part of the entourage. Top fighter from Japan, Shinsuke Nakamura, also joining Akira Shoji. But he really didn't need much help tonight. Akira Shoji destroys Kariki and records the victory here at the Yokohama Arena.
Beautiful fight.
Very happy for Shoji, one of the nicest guys.
There he comes.
Congratulations, Shoji. Shoji is the greatest guy. Everybody loves Shoji.
Yes.
Nicest guy. Very happy that he decided to come to the United States and train with me.
And you can see just how liked and loved he is by everyone coming to the broadcast booths, the respective broadcast, the American and the Japanese, and shaking everyone's hand. And he's going to be celebrating tonight. Akira Shoji, the heart of a warrior. It's the way of the warriors. This is Bushido.
Chalid, how has training gone since your last appearance here at Pride Bushido?
It's going much better because I started wrestling much more than before, and training with Martin Dion, who's really a specialist in ground fighting. And I feel much more complete and much more confident for the whole fighting mixed martial arts.
Your opponent tonight will be one of the top students of Hirohiko Yoshida in Kazuhiro Nakamura. He's also improved in his striking. Do you think this will be a stand-up war?
For me, actually, it doesn't matter if I go to the ground or keep the fight standing. I'm ready for everything.
And how do you feel about being back in Bushido? You're here with Bushido 1. Is it another honor for you to be back here at Bushido 3? What are the thoughts of fighting back in Japan?
Yeah, it's a great honor for me to be fighting in Pride Bushido because for every fighter, it's a target. That's what every fighter wants to do, to fight in Pride Bushido or Pride events.
And why do you think that is? What makes Pride so different from other mixed martial arts organizations?
The quality of the organization, of the show, of the whole event. It shows a lot of professionalism and a lot of quality of fighters and everything.
completely
こ
changed.
れより第5試合を行います。青コーナー179センチ、91.2キロ、ハリト・ディファウスト。
Chalid Defaust is 28. He's 6'1", 203 pounds, 1-0 here in Pride, coming off the victory of Bushido 1.
97キロ、Nakamura Kazuhiro.
Kazuhiro Nakamura, 25, 5'10", 215 pounds, with a record of 2-1 in Pride. Coming off 2 wins in a row, both unanimous decisions over Dos Caras Jr. at Pride 27, and earlier at Bushido 1, the victory over Daniel Gracie.
And watch for Defaust to try to keep this fight standing and use his boxing skill, but watch out for the big overhand right from Nakamura.
Very dangerous overhand right. Does Nakamura have?
After he throws it, he'll go for an inside trip to get it to the ground.
It's very efficient as a way to do a takedown.
Nakamura boxes 2 hours a day with Oseki Kadoebi, a world boxing champion from Japan. Retired and also doing the ground game with Yoshida and TK, so he's becoming a very well-versed fighter, is Kazuhiro Nakamura, but he faces a huge puncher in Chalid Defaust.
You see Defaust moving forward here. He really wants to strike.
In a very close range, and you can see that he's not worried at all. That was it.
Taking a page out of Randleman's book, he faked the shot, then threw the hook, but he didn't land it.
Nice uppercut delivered there by Defaust as Nakamura quickly goes to the tight clinch. Defaust has been working on his ground game since his Bushido debut, saying he's prepared very well for Nakamura. He hopes Nakamura will want to strike, but
Nakamura is looking for the trip
the ground.
Okay, now they went outside the ropes, so they may stand them back up.
It was a very efficient takedown with a headlock applied by Nakamura.
Nakamura going to his judo
I think they're
playbook.
going to stand them back up. They're questioning it right now.
Just how popular is Pride becoming worldwide? After this fight, Defaust will be heading to Germany to make an appearance on Big Brother to promote Pride and the sport of MMA. Nakamura and Defaust now in close quarters.
These guys are both looking for the knockout.
Yeah, very amazing hands. You can see on Chalid.
Is that smart on Nakamura's part, however?
Yeah,
that overhand right just whistled by.
He has to look for that. He got to be careful with that.
There goes the ankle pick attempt by Nakamura. Nice knee by Defaust.
Oh, yeah, that knee landed.
He was able to land like
now
2
he's
or
got
3
the body
knees.
lock. He's got the body lock, so
Nice.
put himself
Beautiful.
right in the mount.
Good leverage there. Nice balance by Defaust. Falls into the half guard there of Nakamura. Defaust very impressive early on here. Backdoor escape by Nakamura.
Now watch, he pushes the knee out of the way. He's passing the guard.
Stop! Don't move. Don't move.
Now, is it wise for Nakamura to go for that knockout punch against the likes of Defaust? Wouldn't it be wiser for him to try to take this to the ground?
Well, that knockout punch is going to make Defaust very nervous about the knockout punch and not able to defend the takedown as well. So I think it is a good strategy.
Definitely. He has to throw those to get closer. The Faust is very dangerous on his hands. If you realize how calm he is in a close range, it's unbelievable.
Defaust tried to bridge, make a big bridge there, but that just put Nakamura into side position.
Could be seeing some knee action here from Nakamura on the side, busy working on the
And
distributing his
the
balance.
most amazing, if you realize, is how tough those Japanese heads are. After that, he doesn't have a bruise. It's like not even a slightly redness from those couple knees that he received right
got the knee. I thought he was going to make the move to the full mount, and he does.
He's mounted again.
Maybe looking to see some ground and pound action now at him. Chalid Defaust now doing a good job with his hips.
Armbar.
Oh, there goes the armbar attempt by Nakamura. Full extension of the arm. Defaust trying to make it. Nice job by Defaust. Wow.
Let me tell you, this night it's been unbelievable.
Beautiful escape by Defaust.
I'm not watching bad fights tonight. Every single one.
And that's inspired him, you guys. Look at Chalid Defaust now. Tremendous, a sublime escape from that full extension. Oh, there's a
nice.
stop.
Beautiful kick.
Taking a page
Watch the heel hook. Heel hook. Oh. That heel hook looked like it might have done a little damage.
Khalid Faust is becoming a superstar in the midst of this, his second appearance here in Pride.
It looks like Faust is walking fine. I believe he slipped off of the heel hook rather than the tendon actually giving way, because Faust is still moving fine.
Faust has improved exponentially since Bushido won.
That's the right hand, he landed.
Again, Nakamura should be setting up a jab or a shot just to go for the takedown if he wants to gain the advantage here, because I don't think he can outpunch the likes of Khalid Faust.
He's playing the game really well right now. Faust switching now. That's going to open him up for the overhand right. Now he's back to orthodox. Nice uppercut try, but there we go. There's the inside trip. That's the inside trip that Nakamura does really well. And Nakamura is playing the game really well because he'll punch until Khalid gets worried about the punch, then he'll go for the takedown.
Nakamura quickly moves to the half guard and now gets the full mount rather easily. Top position now for Nakamura, but we saw that Faust was not in a very precarious position last time, Henzo.
No, he was able to defend well down there.
Hammer strike.
Nakamura didn't show many skills from the mount position.
There's Stefan Leko, a member of Golden Glory.
There he goes for the arm again.
Going for the arm.
He's got the leg hook too.
He got the leg this time, so it's a dangerous one. Let's see how Khalid gets out of this one.
The arm's out.
Now fully extended. Will he be pushed to tap? He does. Kazuhiro Nakamura. Tremendous armbar submission victory over Khalid Faust, but what a great fight. And Khalid Faust, man, I predict big things for this guy. Once he gets a little more proficient on the ground, he's going to be a threat in MMA.
He's very scrappy. He's very scrappy. The escape was great. And he didn't give up at all when he was in that armbar until the very last minute that he could stand it.
And 4 minutes and 45 seconds of the opening round, Kazuhiro Nakamura is definitely a star on the rise with his third consecutive victory here in Pride, lifting his trainer, his mentor, Yoshida, on his shoulders. And Yoshida, of course, will be on pay-per-view June 20th as a part of the star-studded Critical Countdown. Sakuraba and the Great Eight, and also the newest member of the Pride roster, Mark Hunt, from top to bottom. Critical Countdown is going to be a show to remember. Here we go, Henzo.
Here we go. You see, let me see if this was the first one that he was able to get away. So he shouldn't let him mount again because he was efficient on those arm locks.
And you're right, he did give up the mount rather easily, didn't he?
He gave the mount too easy. There he goes. This time he didn't make the mistake of letting the leg free. So by locking his leg, he was able to get his arm in a very efficient way.
He knew Khalid wanted to bridge, so when he hooked that leg.
Nakamura's thanking the crowd.
ちょっと打撃でいこうと思ったんですけど、打撃がいまいちちょっとやっぱり下手くそでした。横浜ってことで。
He wanted to, and he's telling the crowd he wanted to engage in some striking with Khalid Faust. He says that he's a judo teacher in Yokohama. And he's saluting his students who are in attendance tonight supporting Kazuhiro Nakamura. So his Yoshida Dojo is represented here tonight, and once again he's thanking the crowd for their support. And man, he's becoming a quick fan favorite here in Japan. He wants to give the microphone to Yoshida. Yoshida doesn't, well, maybe he does here. Yoshida is going to be addressing the crowd. Hidehiko Yoshida and Henzo Gracie. It's going to be interesting to see what Yoshida will do come June 20th following that fight with your...
Definitely, he's a very tough guy, and it's good always good to watch him fighting. He had an impressive match against Silva, against Vanderlei Silva. You know, he had a bad day with Royce. Royce was able to completely dominate him, but I believe it was a case of styles didn't match.
Okay, and in fact, they're just posing for pictures, so Yoshida not addressing the crowd. And as we take one last look at the replay here of that great armbar submission by Nakamura, we want to take this opportunity to thank the always entertaining, always informative Henzo Gracie. And Henzo, we know that you have to get back to the dressing room to prepare
I have to
your
look
team.
after my little kids.
And we look forward to it. The team
Definitely,
Gracie
it's always a
Team
pleasure
Japan.
to be here with you guys, especially with such a good company.
Enzo, it's always an honor. Good luck.
Thank you, my brother. See you guys soon.
Enzo Gracie.
I'll be down here soon, though.
We'll be leading Team Gracie into battle. The feature bouts tonight. Team Gracie versus Team Japan still to come here at Bushido 3.
Mirko, this is the first opportunity you have to address your North American fans following your loss to Kevin Randleman. Maybe tell us how you feel and what exactly happened that night.
Well, I feel really good now, and it was just a bad luck. It was a lucky punch from Kevin, but very soon we'll have a rematch, so I will prove my value in the ring. But concerning this fight, I'm very good, in good shape, and I'm ready to beat.
Are you wanting to make an example of your opponent tonight, Kanehara, and prove to everyone that you are still a major force in the sport tonight?
Well, of course, this is my first fight after I lost last one, and but it's just one of the fights. Just one of the fights, that's it.
In order for you to get back into title contention, what do you feel Mirko Krokop has to do?
Well, I need to beat all my opponents from now on and in the future till the title fight. And this time I won't miss my chance like I missed with Nogueira. Was it going to be Nogueira or Fedor? I don't know, but I will be ready.
And obviously you showed that you are a true fighter. You demanded, you wanted to get back into the ring right away, and that's why you're taking on Kanehara tonight.
Of course, I wanted to back as soon as possible, and the first tournament, well, this is the first tournament possible after the April 25.
Thank you very much, Mirko, and good luck tonight. Hiromitsu Kanehara is 33, 5'10", 200 pounds with a record of 0-1 in Pride. He's been off with a knee injury for over a year and a half, making his return tonight. Mirko Krokop, 29, 6'2", 228 pounds with a record of 5-2-2 in Pride. For many fans, the question that begs to be asked, is this where the road to redemption begins for the Croatian sensation who at total elimination suffered his worst defeat ever against Kevin Randleman? And if the look says anything, Matt Hume, I believe Mirko Krokop is going to prove a point tonight or attempt to do just that against Hiromitsu Kanehara, who we know is a tough striker. But is this a case of a lamb being led to slaughter? We're about to find out. Immediately tagged with a left hand.
You can see Kanehara's right hand dropping when he goes to throw the kick. He's getting time.
Good sprawl
Easy
by
sprawl
Mirko.
by Mirko. Oh, he's winding up that kick. Oh.
He gets going. There it is again. Nice combination.
Left leg followed by left hand.
Left hook there, and there's another one by Mirko. He's really just measuring them up. There's that cruise missile of a left foot. But Kanehara, give him full credit here.
If Kanehara is not able to execute his takedown, then he's in some trouble.
There's a punishing left. Kanehara can take a shot. There's a left that puts him on the ropes at foot. And Mirko.
Kanehara is backing away too much here. He needs to go forward and put pressure on to make Mirko think about something other than trying to take his
Mirko's
head.
not going to allow him to do just that tonight. Mirko Krokop definitely refocused. Now putting those knees to the top of Kanehara's head.
Watch out for the ground kick.
Looking for that.
Mirko's just going to let him stand back up.
Mirko Krokop wants nothing to do with the ground game. Mirko Krokop wants to send a message to everyone.
He's got to throw that kick a little more powerfully than that. It's going to get answered with that straight left.
Already doing damage to the right cheekbone of Kanehara.
Mirko's been loading those punches up. It's a good jab.
Anytime Mirko tags Kanehara, he's sent back to the ropes.
Can hear some heavy breathing there. I think that's coming from Mirko.
There's a beautiful soccer kick. And man, can Kanehara take a shot.
Back up again. Here we go.
Misses with a wild overhand right to Kanehara.
Mirko's flat-footed here. He doesn't seem concerned at all about Kanehara's punches or kicks. He's really not throwing in combination either. He's just trying to load up and end this.
Nice uppercut.
Good uppercut.
Another nice uppercut was followed by a right. But Kanehara, give him full credit. He wants to exchange here with Mirko Crocop.
Kanehara is swinging back now. If Kanehara can throw some combinations here, get Mirko to back up a little bit, he might be able to put himself in.
Kick and pushes Kanehara to the mat. And again, Mirko will just allow him to get back up to his vertical base.
Mirko looks like he's a little tired here.
Nice right hand through the guard. Another nice left. And Kanehara able to weather the storm thus far. A different Mirko Crocop, yes, but one who is taking
Watch the knee, watch
very
the knee.
methodical. Doesn't score with that knee. Misses with the left kick.
Kanehara is hanging in there. He's just not able to execute the takedown at all, though. That was what he had hoped he would be able to do. And now he's left with the unenviable task of standing with Mirko Crocop. Watch Mirko's right hand there. He may try to duck out and throw the kick. Or the knee. Oh, he goes for the takedown.
Take down the
Watch out!
That would have taken his head off. There's another soccer kick by Crocop.
A little smile by Crocop.
It looks like he's got some eye trouble, though. It seems he keeps blinking his right eye. Kanehara responding. And I think already in many fans' eyes, Kanehara scored a moral victory. Now Mirko goes with a waistlock, Matt. Doesn't really take him down.
Didn't use it for anything. I think he's just showing dominance when he does that.
Is this what you expected from Mirko Crocop?
I expected him to come out hard, but it looks like he's tired himself out a little bit. I expected more combinations from him.
Nice left hook, but back to Kanehara, absorbing all kinds of punishment now.
Kanehara's got a great chin. Oh, good.
Kanehara's got a thick skull, two left hands, puts him in the down position. There's a knee, another knee.
Kanehara needs to push in here. He needs to drive towards the legs. He'd be wise to shoot a single leg takedown instead of continuing to try the double leg takedowns.
5 minutes into the round.
There's a stomp. Mirko Crocop, methodical in dismantling Hiromitsu Kanehara.
Kanehara's getting up kind of slow here.
Unable to
I don't think
vanquish
he
him
wants
thus
to
far.
continue, but he's going to.
Nice left hand by Mirko. Kanehara trying to remain in the fray.
Oh, good middle kick. That hurt. That hurt. Watch the kick.
Kanehara absorbing a tremendous amount of punishment. Credit him for the ability to withstand this Croatian typhoon. It is typhoon season, and right now Mirko Crocop with those shots damaging Kanehara. Another left through the guard. Nice takedown.
Mirko doing some groundwork here. Goes to the mount. This is something we haven't seen from Mirko before.
Goes upstairs and downstairs.
Now Mirko needs to posture himself up and make it harder for Kanehara to keep his hands locked behind his back. If Mirko, now the hands are open. If Mirko slides his knees forward, which he just did, he needs to slide them a little further forward and sit up. Then he can get some power on the punches. He's going for a key lock. Now he needs to dismount.
No,
no good.
And a nice escape by Kanehara.
Watch the kick.
Well, it's turning into a great fight here between Krokop and Kanehara. And while it is one-sided, Kanehara doing a good job.
Mirko doing things we've never seen him try before, like the key lock. Now, he didn't dismount to do it correctly, but he's trying things that he's never done before.
3 minutes left in the round.
3 minutes remains in this opening 10-minute round between Krokop and
Now watch for
Kanehara.
Mirko to stand up here and throw the kick to the head. He's putting the hand on the head. Looks like he's going to stay down, maybe throw some knees. He might just be getting a little rest here. Okay, now the hand's on the head. That means he's going to try to stand himself up so he can throw something. There he goes. Yep.
There's another soccer kick. Another kick to the body. You can hear it reverberate throughout the Yokohama arena.
Kanehara getting up very
How much
slow.
more will Kanehara be able to withstand? How much more will his corner allow him to withstand?
Mirko's leaving himself exposed with that jab, but Kanehara doesn't really want to come in.
For Kanehara, shades of his Pride debut when his corner threw in the towel after he was being beaten by current middleweight champion Vanderlei Silva at Pride 23 in November of 2002. And look at the effects of those shots by Mirko Krokop on the side of Kanehara's body. Everything Krokop does is with bad intentions.
Mirko getting a rest here. I think we're going to see him rest a little bit here and then put his hand on the head and throw some knees from here like he's doing now, the little short knees. But he's putting the hand on the head. That means he's going to stand up and go for the kick. There it is.
Another soccer kick. And so far, he's treated Kanehara's head like a piñata, but man, oh man, Kanehara, very tough. Tough as nails, this striker from Japan. Kick and a punch now by Kanehara. But he's sent to the ropes again by Krokop.
Quite a power difference here.
I mean, really, for the safety of the fighter, Matt, how much more of this will we be able to see for Kanehara's sake, his welfare? I mean, sure, he can take a punch, but these have got to be traumatic shots that he's taking.
They're calling time now. They're going to check Kanehara. Make sure he's okay.
Well, I don't think he's okay by any means, but...
well, he's taken some shots. He's very tired. I'm sure those shots have accumulated some damage on him, but he hasn't taken anything that has really hurt him, that would take him out of the fight yet.
Once again, of course, here at Pride Fighting Championship, safety always paramount, and the referee doing the right thing has allowed the medical staff to check on Kanehara's cut.
The doctors here are going to check a lot of things on Kanehara here. They're going to check his eyes, check his reactions, and make sure that he's really okay to go back out there. And if he's not, they won't let him go out. Now this break for Mirko may not do well for Kanehara, because if he does go back out, Mirko's going to be a little fresher.
Well, the fans are applauding because the fight will resume. Kanehara in the Coliseum. Mirko Krokop right now the lion, and Krokop, nice kick there by Kanehara, showing that he's still active.
See, Kanehara's hands are open and forward. That means he really doesn't want to get into punching. He wants to get his hands in the way of Mirko's punches, but that will open him up to that middle kick from Krokop. Mirko in kind of a wrestler's cradle position, trying to tip him over. Gave that up. Now he's going back to that, posting himself up. Big kick coming. Couldn't quite get it.
Well, Mirko's MO is obvious, and it's typical. There we go! Dramatic stomp at the bell. Could have timed it any better. Mirko Krokop going 10 minutes. And more like Hiromitsu Kanehara going 10 minutes with Mirko Krokop. And I'm wondering if this is just Mirko Krokop's way of saying, okay, well, I just want to get back in the ring, show everybody that I'm okay following the defeat to Kevin Randleman, and get some work in here.
A lot of people probably didn't think Kanehara would last this long, but he's done well here in just hanging in there. He hasn't been able to mount anything really against Mirko, but with Mirko tiring out, if Kanehara's corner can get him to move forward, to just pull something out of his gut and throw something big, he may be able to pull off a Kevin Randleman. That's his only real hope right here, is just to try to throw something big that connects while Mirko's tired and drops his hands.
There's a scoring shot by Kanehara. He's asking Mirko to bring it.
You see those open hands again by Kanehara.
Beautiful jab followed by the kick.
Those open hands are what they call in Muay Thai stop hands. You want to get those in front of your opponent's hands so that they can't effectively punch at you and you can go into the clinch. Now, he may have watched Kevin Randleman do that, because when Randleman closed the distance, he did exactly that.
Beautiful stomp there by Krokop.
Second out. Second out.
Kanehara, his resume impressive, holding victories over the likes of Dave Monet, Valentine Overeem, and Jeremy Horn in rings Japan. He's been in there with the likes of Matt Hughes, Ricardo Arona, Antonio Rodrigo Noguera, and Mario Sperry, and now giving Mirko Krokop.
Kanehara's backing away again. He's very tentative.
Are you surprised that Krokop has been unable to terminate Kanehara thus far?
Kanehara's a tough guy. Like you said, the names that you mentioned, he's beaten some very good fighters. He's a very tough guy.
Well, with those shots, I mean, a lesser fighter would have been finished a long time ago, and that is definitely credit to Kanehara. And his ability, his pain tolerance is unbelievable.
He's a good man. There's a big
and the left.
Beautiful knee.
Man, it almost seems like it has no effect right now on Kanehara.
That one hurt him. You saw him wobble. Now,
but he's right back into the swing of things. It's not like he's stunned. It's like that old slogan of a long ago, Kanehara taking a licking and keeping on kicking here.
Mirko's going for the side choke. If Kanehara can drop his elbow just a little bit more, you get it. Now Mirko should dismount from here. It's probably hard for Kanehara to breathe, but the blood supply is not cut off to the head. He doesn't have the arteries on both sides of the neck squeezed off, so Kanehara is not going to pass out. You can see him saying, "No, I'm not giving up," to the referee. The referee will continue to check and watch, and now he's out of danger. Now, if Mirko squeezed really hard, he could have gassed himself a little more there, but Kanehara needs to either reverse this position or get back to the feet. And I don't think he's really excited about getting back to the feet right now, so he's just hanging on.
Interesting evidence here that with Krokop in the full mount, maybe now we'll see, no, Kanehara able to buck the hips,
getting his back away, but watch out.
Escapes, and good job there by Kanehara, as Mirko Krokop unable to do much on the ground.
Oh, nice middle kick. Kanehara very tough though, gives one back.
Krokop with a jab through the guard.
Mirko's hands are down at, drop down below his waist. Kanehara should just try to throw a bomb on him. There's the single leg, turn the corner if he turns the corner.
Nice kick there by Krokop, but really that has been his only offensive arsenal, have been those kicks.
And Mirko tried to pass the guard there. So he's obviously been working on ground fighting.
And he wants to showcase that, but again, not much happening when he is on the ground in offensive position other than the knee strikes. When he was in mount, unable to do anything against Kanehara.
3 minutes remaining.
And I wonder, fans at home, MMA pundits, how would they rate this performance thus far by Mirko Krokop, coming off the most shocking and biggest...
Here goes the big kick again.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Kanehara, of course, really just being beaten to a pulp by Krokop. There's no doubt in anyone's mind who's winning this fight, but again, is this what Mirko Krokop wanted to do?
I don't think this is what Mirko wanted to do. I think he wanted to make an exclamation and come back and get a big knockout quickly. But this might be the thing that Mirko needs. If he came back and got a quick knockout, then he really wouldn't know what he needs to work on, where he's at. But he's going through a tough fight here, and I'm sure it'll give him a lot of things to work on before he comes back the next time.
And once you've been knocked out like Krokop was, I think you are going to be tentative subconsciously. And his...
he doesn't seem tentative here.
Not tentative, but he's not as aggressive as he has been usually either.
He's flat-footed and he's not putting combinations together, which means that he probably didn't believe his opponent was going to put up as much of a fight as he has.
I think Krokop may be cognizant of the fact that, hey, anybody can come up with a punch at any given time, and maybe respecting Kanehara now a little too much as well.
That may be in the back of his mind. That's, that happens when fighters come back from a knockout too soon.
But Kanehara, look at him. I mean, remaining standing, still attempting the kick.
30 seconds remaining. Let's see if Kanehara tries to turn it on and make something happen here. Good uppercut, but Kanehara's fighting back. It's a good knee by Mirko.
The punishment that Kanehara has been able to withstand is short of incredible, man. This guy has been a warrior. It's the way of the warriors, Bushido. No doubt a moral victory for Hiromitsu Kanehara, lasting 15 minutes with Mirko Krokop.
There's no doubt about who won that fight, but fans of Kanehara may feel that, like you said, that is a moral victory for Kanehara just to be standing at the end of this fight.
It's interesting that Kanehara wanted to fight Krokop in the first round of the heavyweight tournament. Never got that opportunity, but survived 15 minutes with the Croatian sensation here tonight.
Well, that knee just missed.
And I wondered, prior to the knockout, maybe, again, would that knee have missed? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't seem as though Mirko was as crisp as we have seen him prior to the knockout of the hands of Randleman.
He definitely wasn't. And, I don't know why that is. Only Mirko knows why that is. But he was flat-footed tonight, and he wasn't putting together combinations. And again, he came back very soon after his original knockout.
3 weeks to the day. He wanted to get right back up on the horse. Really, the end result never in doubt. Mirko Krokop with a unanimous decision victory over a tremendous effort from Hiromitsu Kanehara simply to survive and take the amount of punishment that he did, Matt.
Yeah, valiant effort by Kanehara. And I'm sure Mirko is disappointed with his effort, but like I said, he's going to know what he needs to do next time to come out better. And Mirko wanted to be back in here this soon. He's got the heart of a champion, and I'm sure we'll see a better Mirko the next time he steps in the ring.
So it's a unanimous decision. Mirko Krokop returning to action 3 weeks after his first knockout loss at the hands of Kevin Randleman. It was a workmanlike effort, and Mirko Krokop and Hiromitsu Kanehara. And there was a great act of sportsmanship on the part of Kanehara, giving Krokop one of his team shirts. And Kanehara winning over some fans here tonight, no doubt about that. Surviving 15 minutes with this man here, Mirko Krokop. And it'll be interesting to see the next step he takes as he tries to earn his way back into title contention.
First thing
Action! Action! Tell me, my friend. My pleasure. It's a pleasure to be with you guys here again.
And so the first thing the fans would like to know is what happened to you. We see some crutches over here.
Unfortunately, on my last fight on Pride Bushido, I had an ACL torn, and I had a replacement. And then I was having some fun in the cities of New York. I ended up having a fight, and when I shot in, I broke my kneecap. So I'm gonna be like 6 weeks again on the cast. You know?
So we can expect to see you back after 6 weeks?
I believe after like at least 6 months, I think, to heal this thing. A little good vacation, eating candy, and having a lot of funny times with my wife.
How does it feel to have the Gracie name and be the soul, instead of having a country behind you, be the soul for people that are represented?
It's like Johnny Cash used to say, it's like being a boy named Sue, you know? You better be tough. or you get tough or you die with that name, you know?
You're the coach this time of Team Gracie.
Yes.
So you're going to be in the corner, and you're not going to have any control over what goes on out there like you do as a fighter. Which is tougher for you?
It's much tougher to be in the corner for the fact that I have no control. Like I believe that's where I'm gonna get the gray hairs by sitting there. Like I'm 37 now and I don't have one gray hair in my head, and I don't dye my hair though. But I believe that's what I'm gonna get. It's like it's much more nerve-wracking to be in the corner, to be watching them than actually to be in the ring. I would like it's like right now you guys don't realize, but my brother here, he's shaking like crazy. If he was fighting, he wouldn't be nervous, but he's interviewing. He's out of his mind right now here. You guys can't see it though. I can feel it. So it's the same thing for me. It's like when I sit in the corner, it's not what I'm used to do, so I go nuts. This is just to relax him a little. You have my brother hand, and it's unpredictable. You never know what he can do or in which direction he can go. It can be from hitting the ref to the jumping in the crowd. You never know. It's always a surprise. You have Ralph, one of the most intense guys I have ever seen in my life, and you have Ricardo, one of the most dedicated guys in terms of training and getting ready. It's like I wish I had his dedication. It's been a long time since I've seen someone of his condition, his physical condition. And Ralph, it's the toughest guy I have ever seen in my life. It's like you're gonna go all around the globe and you can find someone like him, but never more than him. And me on the corner, the best looking Brazilian guy that you can find, so it's the perfect team. I believe he's a very tough guy. I had a chance to meet him. He's a great guy, great fighter. We respect him a lot. And I believe it's gonna be a battle because the intensity that he brings in the ring, it's amazing. So it's gonna be a battle to see such intense guys, him and Ryan, going at each other. And the advantage I have the best seat in the house. I'll be sitting right in the corner, watching very close and personal, right there.
I intend to come out Sunday to show what I have been studying my whole life under Renzo, which is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. I'm not going to make it a war. I'm going to be like water. Whatever he does, I'm going to mold it to him, and I'm going to go for the submission.
I know he's a good fighter. He fought a lot of people. And I want to fight him. Since you put in Bushido, Bushido is my place.
And against Gomi, is your game plan going to be any different?
I plan to do some well against Gomi.
I'm really looking forward to 3-0 on this one. Yeah. It's like 3 unbelievable guys, and I can't see it any other way.
We are the Gracies. Here we come again.
From the Yokohama Arena in Japan, Bushido Volume 3. It's time for Team Japan versus Team Gracie. Ricardo Big Dog Almeida, 27, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds, 1-0 in pride. And there you see Rio Chonan, 27, 5'9", 185 pounds, making his debut in pride tonight. This will be a best-of-3 series. Almeida, of course, a Gracie black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In his last fight, beating Nathan Marquardt via guillotine choke in the first round. At Pancrase Hybrid 10 last November for that promotion's middleweight championship. He has been on a tear in that organization at 5-0.
Watch for the Japanese hurricane to come out like a hurricane. He promised us that.
Chonan very confident. He said he's going to serve notice that he will be a force to be reckoned with here in Pride. Facing a tough test in Almeida, a supreme ground specialist.
Good low kick. Almeida
Nice
answering
kick.
with an even better low kick.
Shot by Almeida.
Now watch, he's going to push him into the ropes here. He's got one underhook. And he's starting to fight for the other underhook here. He's got the glove just a little way through.
Chonan giving Almeida all kinds of
inside trip.
Respect, saying he has no weaknesses whatsoever.
He's reaching down into the crotch here to try to elevate him, but it's not going to work.
They jockey along the ropes again. Looking for dominant position, referee calling for action. Almeida and Chonan both in great condition. Almeida trying to power his way.
Good balance by Chonan. Almeida's got a tight lock on here, but so far Chonan's been able to keep his balance very well.
In Almeida's corner is his coach, Enzo Gracie, as well as Martin Rooney. For Chonan, the likes of Hidehiko Yoshida are in his corner. So a great corner, two great fighters kicking off Team Japan versus Team Gracie here at Bushido 3.
Chonan trying to play a little game with his eyes there, looking down at the legs, then throwing the punch.
Interesting.
Good low kick.
Almeida very happy staying in the stand-up right now. Busy, bobbing and weaving. Chonan setting something up. Nice low kick there by Almeida. Chonan now taking it too. Almeida doing a good job of avoiding it.
Chonan likes to throw the left leg kick inside and then go high with it.
Trying to get his timing here is Almeida.
Almeida's got a little reach advantage here, which he's using fairly well, keeping the jab out.
3 inches taller than Chonan, both weighing 185 pounds. Nice kick there by Chonan.
Looks like those kicks are starting to hurt. Now, if Chonan's smart...
Oh, nice uppercut by Chonan. But right away into the single leg attempt by Almeida, but Chonan doing a good job on top to avoid the takedown. Almeida finally secures the single leg, but man, great balance being displayed here by Chonan.
Great balance. And he was very smart in that he hurt him at the there's the takedown. Now he's in side position. Now this could be trouble. Almeida's excellent on the ground. He's got the knee right on. They're going to go back to the center.
And Almeida having an opponent on the canvas is like Picasso working on a canvas. This guy is simply an artist when it comes to ground fighting.
He is. He is one of the best and most explosive guys down there with submissions. Now the knee's no longer on the stomach. We'll see him put it back on. There it is. And he's going to push the head down, extend up, so it makes it harder for Chonan. Oh, he just moved himself
right into the top position. That was interesting.
Now he may just drop his shoulder down onto Chonan's head. Okay, now he's pushing down. It's going to make it hard for Chonan to breathe.
Chonan remaining active underneath there, trying to buck Almeida off, but now Almeida underneath the arm with those punches and a flurry of strikes here, Matt.
He's punching through the holes, through the openings. Chonan's trying to bridge, but Almeida's got good posts that keep him from tipping over, using his legs.
There's the arm right there, wing blocked by Chonan, but Almeida now posturing up. Little ground and pound from Almeida.
Those are good shots. Those are good shots, but Chonan's fine right now.
Chonan with a strike from the bottom.
Yeah,
he's doing a good job of blocking. Oh, but like you're saying, Almeida finding the holes.
Those are good. He's picking his shots. Okay, he turned over and he gave him the back.
Here comes
that's
the
trouble.
choke attempt, which in Portuguese, of course, is the Mata-Leão. The lion kill from Brazil. But look at Chonan. Chonan doing a good job of defending here.
Okay, now that he's turned over here, we'll see if he goes to the figure 4 on the body. Oh, he's going to come. Oh,
side choke.
Side choke. He may dismount here now that he's got it, but he doesn't. Well, he's grabbed the bicep.
Securing it now.
He's really tight with it.
Man, is Chonan though active. Very busy on the bottom, desperately trying to escape is Chonan, but look at this choke by Almeida. But
he's a little high, his head's a little high.
Nice sweep there by Chonan.
He can still choke him from that position.
But a great job there by Chonan.
He needs to be a little higher. Chonan's okay.
Awesome job by Chonan to escape that very dangerous choke. But you can see what toll it took on him as his face now just returns to a normal color. Now Chonan.
Okay, now watch this. The legs coming up high right here. Yeah, he's looking for the omoplata or to the triangle when he pulls his head out.
Great fight thus far between Chonan and Almeida.
Oh, watch for the up kick.
And there's a nice jump.
Good stomp. And going to legs, going to legs. Oh, watch the heel hook there, watch the heel hook. The heel's exposed right there on Almeida. Almeida not going for the legs of Chonan. There's the heel hook, it's on. Oh, it slipped out, it slipped out.
And now Almeida.
Okay, now Almeida's
on top.
Almeida's in a good position right now. If he can slide his leg out of there, he'll be in crossbody position or side position.
Tremendous
and now
first
he's going to go
round
right to
between
mount.
Almeida and
Right to
Chonan.
mount.
Almeida in the top position right now, and what a great match it's been thus far. Almeida, though, I would have expected him to be a little more busy on top, a little more active. Now there's a stomp.
Nice attempt at a stomp.
I thought he'd be going for more submission attempts, but he's content to just get up from the guard.
He's done well with his submission attempts. You have to position first, and Almeida knows the ABCs. He goes for, he's going to pass guard here first.
Chonan doing a great job of defending, though, however.
He's doing great. This is a good fight. Both of them have expended a lot of energy here, but there you go. There's the pass. Now he's set it up so he can strike.
They're at the rope.
And now he's got the arm bar. He's
now
looking
going for the arm bar.
Now
Now turns it into a rear naked choke attempt. No, it's got the back of Chonan, but Chonan doing a great job of avoiding danger when Almeida's in dominant position.
He's doing well at defending the submissions. Almeida knows not to overextend himself when he doesn't have it fully. Also knows not to waste his energy when he's not got the submission in the right place.
Chonan doing the right thing there every time he attempts to choke, turning his face to the side, not allowing him to secure his arm underneath the chin.
Now what Chonan needs to do is he needs to get the hook out. One hook came out, but now they're back in. If Chonan could get that hook off and keep Almeida on his hip, he can come on top.
To ride him. Now he's got him back into full mount.
Both taking a little rest here, and you can't blame them for that. They've been working real hard.
The referee won't
good shoulder drop.
Want that for too long. And Almeida now, great job again of bucking the hips by Chonan. Now he's giving him his back, however. Enzo Gracie shouting out encouragement to Almeida.
Almeida's got his head down. That means that he wants to continue to try to take the back. If Chonan turns, Almeida's going to slide right underneath the back and get a better position. Now his head's up, so he may just go right back to mount if Chonan turns. Yeah, he's looking. Since his, there he goes.
Got the hooks in still, and now Almeida high up.
If he can stretch him out,
back
then he can go for a short choke. But right now, Almeida's hips are up.
A tremendous job of defending the submission attempts being done here by Ryo Chonan, making his debut in Pride. We've seen Ricardo Almeida, Pride 12, when he beat veteran Akira Shoji, who was victorious earlier tonight in his 20th appearance in Pride.
Almeida's really working, going from the rear choke back to the side choke, but Chonan's really aware of it, and he's defending
here
it
at
well.
all. And now Chonan forcing Almeida to his feet in the butt scoop position. Now Almeida comes through the right hand. Almeida is the aggressive, but Chonan doing a good job of defending and even countering at times.
Good guard pass there. He brought the legs up. Oh,
half guard now, and now looks like
watch out,
Chonan going for the Kimura.
watch out, because he can also get set up for an armbar himself. But the ropes are in the way. If Almeida was to spin around the head to Almeida's left, he can get an armbar. But the ropes are in the way, as I said right now. He's going to try to pass the guard to that side. He wants to keep moving that direction.
Raining down some shots to the body is Ricardo Almeida.
He's in half guard. You'll see him pass either to mount.
Some big shot strikes there by Almeida, back to his feet again.
Now watch the pressure in. Okay, he's down in full guard now. You see him posture up when he wants to pass.
Strikes there from Chonan.
Okay, now he's up.
Nice up kick by Chonan.
He's going to move those ankles past.
Nice up kick again by Chonan, doing a great job of defending here. There's a stomp He comes down with a right hand, almost a flying hammer strike delivered there by Almeida. And a wonderful 10 minutes of action, and boy, oh boy, Ryo Chonan, while on the bottom, looking very impressive from a defensive position, and Ricardo Big Dog Almeida will have to go back to his corner and see what he can come up with an ulterior game plan when it comes to trying to submit Chonan in that second round.
That was a great round from both fighters. Almeida being very aggressive on the ground, Chonan defending very well. Good action throughout. These guys aren't resting at all. Both guys in fantastic condition. Now he's got the side choke attempt. He had it from the top and now he's got it from the bottom, but his elbow is a little too far to the side. He needs it up more around the back, and now he's escaped it.
Ricardo Almeida, one of the most cerebral fighters you'll meet, coming from a family of professors here. Matt, look at that, just stomped by Chonan.
Nice try. That's what the Hurricane's about. And here he almost gets a heel hook.
Going for the
he's going for the heel hook. He's gonna hook it up here. The heel's exposed. He gets it right there, but it slips out.
Yep.
A little bit of sweat, but it was a good attempt.
We're talking about Almeida being very intelligent. His mother and father, both professors in Brazil. His grandparents were professors. Very erudite individual, and right now showing some of his dominant position from the top back there.
Well, Almeida is definitely a thinker, and you can see that in the way he fights.
Very methodical in that opening round, but now he'll have to turn it up a notch into the second 5 minutes. Final round here, Bushido 3, the opening bout of Team Gracie versus Team Japan, living up to the buzz surrounding these two fighters.
Now, Chonan wanted to be in this position on his feet, and he's got his next opportunity here. Let's see what he can make out of it.
And Almeida happy to engage him. Now there's Chonan, missing with an uppercut. It's with a wild single leg takedown by Almeida.
Wisely going for the takedown. As you said, he's a thinker, and he didn't stay up there where he was in danger. He brought it back down where he's very comfortable.
Almeida's corner yelling out the fact that Chonan was holding the glove, which I guess is a rule infraction, Matt.
It is. There was almost a pass. Oh, there's a triangle by Chonan, but Almeida turning the corner on it. Almeida turning the corner on it. Now he's past the guard. He's got to pull his hand out from the legs there, and then he'll be in a very good position.
Who's winning this fight right now? Is it Ricardo Almeida because of the fact that he's had the takedowns and being a top?
I would say Almeida's winning the fight right now. Again, the judges keep track of time and keep track of all sorts of things.
But didn't we see Carlos Newton in a similar position against Tass?
No, that fight wasn't as active as this fight.
No, but from the ground, we saw Tass beat Carlos Newton, and Ryo Chonan is impressing. You can color me impressed with what he's been able to do thus far in avoiding the submission attempts. Now he can only turn at tables and try some offensive maneuvers of his own. We could be in for a very close contest. Of course, when it comes to finding out about Pride's rules, Bushido rules, information on your favorite fighters, log on to www.pridefc.com as we see Hidehiko Yoshida, who will be in action June 20th on pay-per-view at Critical Countdown.
Chonan trying to turn here, but Almeida's hips are a little higher. He moves his hips really well and puts himself in mount. Almeida may be getting a little frustrated that he's not able to submit him. There he's giving the back again. Oh, looks like a reversal.
Chonan doing a nice reverse there by Ryo Chonan. They're in the corner. They're going to probably restart them in the center of the ring, the same position. It's a battle here between Chonan and Almeida.
Now watch for Almeida to continue to work from the bottom here. He's opened his guard up already. He's trying to move backwards, get his knees across. Now he's pulling the guard high.
Doing a good job of staying active as well as Chonan with a strike. Nice right hand finds its mark. He'll try to pass the guard now.
Good attempt there of punching. The nice elevator. He's going for a half guard sweep here.
Good strikes by Chonan from the top.
Watch the knees.
Nice knee. Got the single leg, does Almeida. The sprawl by Chonan. So Almeida's got himself out of some trouble here. And now let's see with his strength. If he can take him down, he does. They'll restart in the center of the ring, same position in the close guard of Chonan.
He's coming up so that...
nice up
kick.
A double strike there by Almeida. Now becoming more aggressive.
Good pass.
Side control.
Almeida stands up when he's in the guard so that Chonan has to actually hang from him. And that makes the guard open up, and then he drops down, and it makes it easier to pass.
Almeida has controlled this fight from an offensive position.
He's got the knee right on. Now he's to the mount.
But Chonan doing a great job defensively in surviving thus far. Now, again, gives him his back, however. If he can get his... Nope, doing a good job of turning him back to his...
Chonan's doing a great job at defending submissions, but he's not doing a great job at defending position. Almeida's dominating position on a passing guard and making attempts. And he's landing some strikes now.
Going for the Kimura.
It was wise of Chonan to continue to turn there so he didn't get the armbar put on him.
Another reversal by Chonan. We've seen that on more than one occasion. And now it's Almeida, though, working from the bottom, as you alluded to, Matt, looking for the
Look at this,
nice,
look at this.
Beautiful job by Chonan, showing some of his power.
Bringing that leg up high. If he can get it over the top there, then he can go for the armbar or the triangle.
Constant action here between Ricardo Almeida and Ryo Chonan.
Oh, okay, watch out. He's very dangerous with this guillotine. You hear his corner yelling Kashahan. That means big dog in Portuguese. That's Almeida's name.
Chonan's biggest victory was when he knocked out Hayato Maha Sakurai, fracturing his orbit. This fight is over. He knocked Sakurai out of our first Bushido event, earned himself a shot here in Pride, and he survived the battle with Ricardo Almeida. They'll go to the judge's decision, and Matt, I guess you think Almeida will take this one?
I think Almeida will take this one, but you know what? Chonan fought very well. He's a very tough fighter. He's trying a half guard sweep, but Chonan backed out of it very well. He didn't keep his hips elevated. He's a smart fighter.
Of course, there you see Ryo Chonan in his corner, Hidehiko Yoshida, involved in that return grudge match with Hoist Gracie New Year's Eve at Shockwave 2003. That DVD and all the Pride DVDs available at pridefc.com. A unanimous decision victory for Ricardo Big Dog Almeida, dominating position, as you said, Matt, but again, a great performance defensively for Chonan, unfortunately unable to secure any dominant position, and when he did have it, Almeida was smart on the ground.
Almeida dominated this fight and put it where he's best. But
will he be happy with his performance, Almeida?
Well, Almeida, he's a perfectionist. I think when he grapples, he's a perfectionist, and he did a great job. I'm sure Hinzo will be happy, but Almeida probably will not be happy unless he submits his opponent.
Okay, Ryo Chonan there, losing his debut, but I think winning some fans over here at Pride. As Ricardo Almeida now showing his respect to the Pride ring, to his coach, Henzo Gracie. Just an overall incredible human being is the big dog, Ricardo Almeida. Victorious here and drawing first blood for Team Gracie against Team Japan in this best-of-3 series. The Pitbull is 32'5'9", 162 pounds, winning his Pride debut over Dokonjonsuke Mishima at Bushido 1. Gomi, 25, 5'8", 163 pounds. Also 1-0 in Pride, and we told you about his victory over Jadson Costa.
An interesting side note here is that Gomi's only recent loss was to BJ Penn, and Half Gracie was the first instructor of BJ Penn. So this may really mean something to Gomi.
Takanori Gomi and Half Gracie. See the focus on the face of Gracie, the intensity written all over.
Oh, that looked like it hurt Half.
Half is done. Half is done in electrifying fashion. And just like that, Takanori Gomi stops the undefeated streak of the Pitbull Half Gracie. And Gomi at 6 seconds defeats Half Gracie and ties up this best-of-3 series at 1 win apiece. Devastating, to say the least. Takanori Gomi electrifies the crowd of the Yokohama Arena as he vanquishes Half Gracie Matt Hume. What happened?
Wow, that was incredible. That was not expected to have that over that quick. Half charged forward, Gomi through the knee, Half ran right into it.
In stunning fashion, it took only 6 seconds. Gomi, here we go, Matt.
Now you watch Half charge, Gomi throws the knee, connects.
It's over.
And that's it. There's a few more knees and Half goes out just for a second there.
First knee,
but that's
put
enough.
him out and down. Here we go with Takanori Gomi on the microphone. I think his speech is going to last longer than the fight. Well, maybe not. The microphone might not work. He's happy. He's jubilant. Unfortunately, there is a chagrined, very disappointed Half Gracie. He doesn't even know. Unfortunately, he's going to have to get checked out because he took a vicious knee to the head, and you can see that he still has some effects of that shot.
Come on.
He has just screamed out that he's the best.
嬉しいっていうことですごく、今回スタッフの方にいろいろ迷惑かけて、なんとかリング上がれたんですけど、今の自分があるのは本当に格闘技と皆さんのおかげなので、リング上がる前は苦しいですけど、また頑張ります。
He's thanking Half Gracie for the fight. He's thanking all his training partners and his staff. And he's telling the fans that he's going to keep training hard to keep impressing them. And they salute him once again.
すごいリングなので、今よりもっと強くなって、半端じゃない自分をね、見せます。本当にありがとうございます。
見事勝利を決めたゴミ選手に、皆様もう一度。
He's told the crowd in the last few words there that he's only going to get tougher and better, and that's a scary thought. Takanori Gomi, in just 6 seconds, evens Team Gracie versus Team Japan at 1 bout apiece as he hands Half the Pitbull Gracie his first defeat. Bad boy, the loose cannon High Gracie is 29, 5'11", 200 pounds with a record of 3-2 in Pride.
Minowa Ikuhisa!
Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa is 28'5'9", 185 pounds, 0-2 in Pride. This is it, the feature bout, the main event to decide the best of 3 series between Team Japan and Team Gracie. Matt, the sport of MMA is all about respect, but I have a feeling this is going to be a good old-fashioned grudge match.
Now, they just did announce that there was a weight difference of 10 kilograms or more. However, Minowa chose to allow kicks and knees on the ground, so there's no difference in the rules from the previous matches.
I have it listed as a 15-pound weight advantage for High and Gracie. However, this match is now underway, and again, as we stated at the outset of the show, Matt Hume mentioned that if High and Gracie was going to be successful, he had to be a freight train, and he bull rushes Minowa into the corner.
Now, Minowa said that Hyan's weakness was the tackle. It looked like it was a pretty good tackle there, but we'll see how this plays out now.
He's in the half guard now of Minowa. Minowa, since his loss to Vanderlei Silva, has been training in Thailand with Muay Thai. Has actually had a competitive Muay Thai matchup where he knocked his Thai opponent out in the second round with a high right kick. Minowa 0-2 in Pride, but again against 2 of the very best in the world, against Silva and Quinton Jackson.
Hyan wants to get that underhook there on that arm. Now he's got it. He's got the underhook on the arm. You'll watch him try to pass now. Keeping the head tucked in tight there, trying to free that leg.
Gracie finding himself in familiar position here at Bushido. And Bushido won. He gave Team Gracie the 3-2 win over Japan as he knocked out Kazuhiro Hamanaka.
Now he's got the foot coming up on the knee there to press the knee out. Even though the camera action now is on the arm, watch that foot up there on the knee. They're back there. He's trying to free that leg. If he frees that leg, he's going to go. Ooh, almost a mount. Now he's to side position.
Side control for Gracie. What does Minowa have to do here, Matt?
Minowa's doing the right thing by putting the hand across the face there. He's got to create some space. The hips are together right here. He's got to get his hips away from Gracie's hips so he can get the guard back.
Minowa doing a good job. Nice top position there as Gracie secures it, but I thought Minowa doing a good job of with the knees from the bottom, but Gracie now in dominant position.
Yeah, Gracie did very well at using his feet to bring the knees down and a quick mount. He's looking for the back here. He's got the hand behind the head and he's lifting up on the head. He's giving that up now. Minowa trying to lift the hips. He shouldn't turn his back here. He did turn his back. Hyan's off to the side right now, which is not that good.
Got the hooks in, and now we'll try to secure that Maraleo on the line kill, but Minowa doing a good job right here.
He's doing a good job. He needs to free. Well, he's got the underhook now, so he can follow Minowa's back. Minowa should have turned out of there before he got that underhook.
There's a hammer strike by Gracie. Gracie wanted to end this fight quickly, and in fact, he was quoted as saying he doesn't feel Minowa as a threat. He said he was going to beat him up, not exactly endearing himself to the Japanese fans as High and Gracie, but he doesn't care. He's here to win.
Watch Hyan come up to mount. He's looking for the armbar.
Good balance there by High and Gracie, good positioning. And now ground and pound, opening up on Minowa.
Those are strong punches from the mount. Minowa giving up the back to get out of that position. Now with the ropes on his back, it's going to be difficult for him to get a choke from that position. He can't get a lot of leverage around the neck from that position, so he's going to stay there underneath the arm and just make sure he doesn't lose the position. Now he's trying to turn the head. Minowa trying to pull up on the foot there. That's not going to give him an ankle lock. He needs to get the foot actually off of him so he can turn.
Maneuvering is Hyan from the top. Minowa trying desperately to.
If Hyan can slide his. Oh, look, he's getting the figure 4 on the body almost. The foot's up on the hips there. If he can slide his knee down on the foot, then he'll have a figure 4 and it'll be very tight on the body.
Minowa trying to break that figure 4 now with his legs.
He's trying an ankle lock. He was trying an ankle lock there because the feet are crossed and it wasn't all the way up behind the knee. Now, if Minowa could have ducked that arm, he could have turned.
Driving his heels now into the body of Minowa. Ian Gracie.
Minowa using elbows to the calf of Gracie. Ryan using those heel strikes.
Minowa just trying to
with them on their
figure
side there.
four on the body.
With them on their side there, it's a little difficult to sink the choke that deep. He either needs to roll on top, which he is now, and straighten him out, or get more flat on his back so he can stretch him out.
Trying to stretch him out now.
Now from the bottom side there, if he can slide that hand up, he can get the choke. But Minowa's hand fighting. Minowa's hand fighting there very well.
Defending the choke attempt. And really, how much more of this will the referee allow?
5 minutes.
We're halfway through the opening round. There's Minowa doing a good job. Turns into behind Gracie's. Awesome
Gracie,
balance.
very good hips. When he feels the hips coming up too high, he turns his own hips over and goes to mount.
Great job of distributing his weight as Ian Gracie as he continues to dominate Ikuhisa Minowa here in the opening round. And there you see the legend himself, Hoist Gracie, watching on with vested interest.
Minowa giving up his back again. I guess he feels that the choke isn't that dangerous from that position. He's been able to defend it for a while.
Trying to break that figure four again is Minowa.
Using that elbow, but it's on the knee, so it's not going to be that effective there. Grabbing that ankle is not a good idea because it opens him up for the choke. He's not defending the choke anymore when he's grabbing the ankle.
Why is he, it's interesting that you mentioned too, he keeps bringing Hyan's foot into him, and you're telling us that he's
good turn,
turning it away.
but again, Hyan with the hips.
Yeah,
Hyan's hip pressure is higher than Minowa's. When Minowa starts turning, Hyan's hips are up higher than Minowa's, so he's able to press his hips into Minowa's upper body and put him on his back.
Hyan's positioning has been tremendous here so far. Minowa trying desperately to escape, but gives him his back once again, and only time will tell if Gracie will attempt another choke here.
Now Gracie said he didn't get as much training in as he wanted before this fight, so as we see this fight move on, we may see Gracie get a little gassed, and that's what Minowa's hoping for.
He did a lot of jiu-jitsu training with Henzo, his brother, leading up to this fight. Continues to control Minowa here in the opening round.
Now there's no hook in right now. Minowa's got a good chance to reverse it right here.
That's what he does. The fans applaud. 3 minutes left in round number one. This is the main event of Bushido 3 at the Yokohama Arena. Matt Hugh, Mauro Ranallo ringside. It's been a tremendous show thus far. And we expect more fireworks here between Minowa and Gracie.
Hyan's hanging on here. Minowa's walking him over towards the ropes.
Which,
for what purpose, I'm not sure. If it's his corner. Putting his head into the corner so he can strike better from there, and Gracie can't scoot away. Now the guard has opened up. Gracie's guard has opened up here. Gracie's holding Minowa's head down. If Minowa can free his head, he can throw some good punches from that position. But with the head down, it's a little hard to get any leverage on his punches.
Minowa said that he improved his stamina in Thailand, and he learned through his 2 losses in Pride that Pride does have the very best fighters. And he needs to elevate his game, and he'll try to do so here against Hyan Gracie.
Gracie's breathing pretty hard there.
Breathing laboriously, and we've talked about that.
That was a good strategy by Minowa to bring him over to the corner. I wasn't sure what he was doing, if he was just trying to get him in his own corner, but obviously he wanted the head propped up there so that Gracie couldn't continue to scoot back in the guard.
And now beginning with those body shots, and the referee is going to call for the break. And he just... Hyan Gracie gets a red card. There's a nice shot by Gracie, and that red card made him see red. And Gracie aggressively attacking Ikuhisa the Punk Minowa. All right, 1 minute left in the opening round here. A seesaw affair between Gracie and Minowa.
Gracie's corner telling him to pass the guard. That's why that foot's up there. And
he's going to do it easily.
Got it. He's passed the guard. Not a lot of time left. Oh, and right to mount. Now they want him to punch. Oh.
Very
Watch out
high
for the
up, he
armbar.
could backdoor escaper by Minowa. No, he turns him to his side.
Oh,
And a
good
nice
reversal
by Minowa.
Watch the kick, watch the kicks.
Gracie in the butt scoop position, Minowa. Maybe try to pass this guard, but there's a kick, right stomp.
Nice stomp try, and some punches. He's got to watch out with those shoes on because that opens him up for ankle locks.
Now he's looking for the Kimura from underneath is Minowa. And there is the end of the round, and a great round it was between Minowa and Gracie. And for Hyatt Gracie, really no love lost for any of his opponents in his career. He's a very intense individual, but managed to control himself there. Did get the one red card. How did you see that round?
That was a pretty even round. Gracie had control longer. Effort to finish probably went a little bit Gracie's way. The reversals were good. Here we go with the first tackle. Just charged him into the corner. Mounted and punching. Minowa gave his back up quite a few times. So I think we'll see the judges give Gracie a little bit of credit there for effort to finish.
But I think
this was a nice strategy here by Minowa.
The edge right now, though, as we go to the final round, the second round, may be in Minowa's favor because of conditioning.
It could, at this point, it might be in his favor, but it depends on whether he's able to get top position, keep it on the feet, or if he ends up underneath Gracie again.
You said during the opening of the show, the longer this fight went, the more that it would bode well for Minowa. And Hoist Gracie there again, looking on very intently.
I think you'll see Hyan come out explosively again, just to get that top position.
And he looks like he is a bull in his pen, waiting to be unleashed one more time, and they stare at each other.
Now the key here is if Minowa can stop this initial bull rush and get in a dominant position, he may be able to gas him out.
Definitely not starting the way he did. There goes
the takedown.
And a takedown, but finding himself able to recover. More self-position into the side control. Now let's see if we can see some knee action from Gracie from this position. No, it's Minowa giving him the back and standing up. Nice knee from there by Gracie. And good takedown.
Come back to the feet. Minowa wants to come back to the feet. He's going for that Kimura, but Gracie's locked around the body. It's going to be difficult to get it with his arms clasped there, with his hands clasped.
Getting his hooks in, now it's Gracie.
Now Minowa needs to push that arm over the head. The right arm of Gracie needs to be pushed over the head so Minowa can turn and be on top. If Minowa can just push that arm over the head and then quickly turn, he'll be in top position.
Unable to secure the choke attempt from that position, but still now it's a nice reversal there by Minowa. Turns into Gracie, into his guard now. And again, he'll find him in that position where he had his most success in the opening round, propping his head up along the corner. And now he's able to rain in some right hand.
Landing some good punches here. He needs to get his head free so he can really put some leverage into those punches.
Neck crank there by Gracie, but it's Minowa now with the open hand and just raining down those body shots. And now another one to the head. So again, the strategy paying off for Minowa as he has Gracie penned in the corner and able to just strike at will now, it seems. Hammer strikes, right hands.
Those punches aren't damaging one by one, but that damage is going to accumulate on the judges' scorecards.
He has Gracie in trouble. And they will restart the bout in the center of the ring, same position, which I think is a good news for Ryan Gracie. At least he's not heading to the corner.
We'll see if he moves his hips here. He looks like right now he's just holding on. It doesn't look like Minowa wants to pass the guard. It looks like he's just wants to sit on top and punch, which is okay. But he's got to make those punches effective.
I think fatigue has set in for Ryan Gracie. Unless he's taking a break now,
he
perhaps
may be resting. He's looking for that corner again.
Yeah, he is. And now he's walking him, crawling back to the corner. And there he has him back in danger zone for Gracie.
Gracie grabbing the head again, trying not to let him get his head up so that he can drop the weight down with the punch.
And here at this stage of the game, Minowa showing some power and able to crawl Gracie back to the corner like that. And again, raining down those strikes. And as you mentioned, not with so much power, but look at these hammer strikes. Now they're taking their toll back.
Those will add up on the judges' scorecards, as I said. The single punches are not damaging, but the accumulations will be counted.
Ikuhisa, the Punk Minowa, totally dominating round number 2. Is Minowa winning this fight, Matt?
He's definitely come back. I can't say if he's winning or not. I didn't tally the time.
It's happening, deja vu all over again. The fans enjoying the efforts of Ikuhisa, the Punk Minowa.
Last minute.
Less than 60 seconds, and we are in for a thrilling finish here between Minowa and Gracie. The series hangs in the balance.
Minowa's definitely been dominating through this last round, but again, it's judged by the entire time of the fight, not by just one round.
He also had him there in the first round as well, and I believe that Ikuhisa, the Punk Minowa, is on his way to defeating Ryan Gracie here tonight.
Well, there's definitely a good argument for that. I think the crowd here would be quite upset if he doesn't get the victory if Ryan doesn't do anything at the end here to turn it around.
And we mentioned it before round 2 that conditioning would become a major factor, and I think it has.
I believe so. I believe so. Minowa's really working here. He's going to score big on the judges' scorecards for this.
And there it is. The fight is over between Ikuhisa, the Punk Minowa, and Gracie. We have some extra stuff going at the end, and we got two personalities that are like that. Aggressive types, Ryan Gracie putting his arms up. But Ikuhisa, the Punk Minowa, needed a performance like this following 2 devastating losses at the hands of Vanderlei Silva and Quentin Jackson. He needed to repair his reputation. I think he did so tonight.
He did. Now, the decision's not quite as easy as you might think, because there was a lot of time where Gracie had the back of Minowa. So the fight is fairly close, but Minowa did a lot in the last round and towards the end of the first round.
And let's not forget that Gracie also received a red card.
He did, and that will affect the fight.
We remind you again that if Bushido won, it was Ryan Gracie's victory over Kazuhiro Hamanaka that gave Team Gracie the 3-2 win in the first Gracie's versus Japan competition. Will we see the same result here tonight? Look at Gracie staring at Minowa. Minowa staring at Gracie.
I don't think they want this over right now.
A rematch, perhaps? Interesting. Gracie gets one.
First one goes to Ryan.
Minowa.
We're going to go to a split decision. We're about to find out who wins this series.
Higher.
And Gracie does it, Matt. Gracie pulls out the victory. And interesting to have Matt Hume sitting with us, giving us a little more insight into what the judges see, but I don't know about that one, Matt. I really don't.
Well, in order to know from right here, we have to tally it up time by time. It would be interesting to see the scorecard and see how it's tallied up time by time. Sitting here and watching, I thought that Minowa won, but like I said, I don't want to...
the criteria. Maybe quickly run down the criteria for the fans at home that want an understanding of how it is judged here in Pride, Matt.
Well, the effort to finish is one of the criteria, the damage is another, ground control is another factor, standing striking is another factor, aggressiveness is another factor. They're in an order of which is most important. So the judges may have felt that Gracie had more efforts to finish because the punches of Minowa were just to score and not to finish the fight.
So do you believe then, in your view as a judge, would that be the reason to give Gracie the victory tonight?
I wasn't a judge tonight, so I can't give my view as a judge because I didn't sit down with a stopwatch. No, I can't sit down with a stopwatch. That's what, you know.
I know what you're saying, you're right. Well, okay, seriously, Matt, from your vantage point here tonight, who won this fight?
From my vantage point here, Minowa won the fight. But like I said, as a judge, I didn't put a stopwatch on it, so I can't make that decision. I can say as a fan, I went for Minowa. As a judge, I may not have gone for Minowa because I did not look at the effort to finish and put a stopwatch on it.
Well, Gracie has given Team Gracie the second series victory. And don't forget, again, that we will be back on pay-per-view, and we are really looking forward to seeing you June 20th, critical countdown, the second round of the heavyweight tournament. Kazushi Sakuraba returns to action. Hidehiko Yoshida returns to action. We will see the Pride debut of top kickboxer Mark Hunt from top to bottom. It is going to be an unbelievable card, and let's not forget, this one worth the price of admission alone. As we hear Gracie Jackson versus Arona to decide who is the #1 contender to Silva's middleweight belt.
Cadê você, Sakuraba? Kakatikuyo! Yoshida! Kakatikuyo! Eu só treinei 2 semanas para lutar esse evento. Eu só treinei 2 semanas, fui chamado 2 semanas atrás. Abraço para vocês. Muito obrigado, povo japonês.
We can tell you, I mean, just talking with Hyan, and we don't have a translator, we do know that Gracie has his sights set on Kazushi Sakuraba and Hidehiko Yoshida. That is those are the two fighters that he wants to fight before his career's over. There you see Royler Gracie, Sakuraba sitting ringside doing commentary for the Japanese broadcast, listening intently. But Gracie pulls out the victory tonight to give Team Gracie the 2-1 win over Team Japan. And will Sakuraba and Yoshida be in his future? Only time will tell.
Unbelievable performance. Beautiful fight from Gomi. I'm just sorry that happened to my brother. But I believe you guys had a valiant warriors represent you guys. So be confident. Definitely Japan is among the best in the world. Congratulations to you guys. We are the winners tonight, but we may not be tomorrow. So bring hell. We normally solve the problem.
Well put by Renzo Gracie.
今夜、ハイアン・グレイシーが素晴らしいパフォーマンスを見せてくれました。ハイアンだけではなく、日本人のゴミ選手も非常に素晴らしいパフォーマンスでした。私の弟、ハーフにとっては残念な結果になってしまったけれども、私は日本が大好きです。日本人は世界で最高です。おめでとうございます。今宵の勝利は私たちみんなのものです。私たちはいつでも問題を解決します。どうもありがとうございました。
A minha família que vem todo mundo essa porra aqui. Então é o seguinte.
And it is a family affair inside that ring. The family that put Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the map. Royce Gracie. And there you see Hyan, his brother Renzo. Unfortunately for their brother Ralph, he suffered his first defeat tonight. 6 seconds at the hands of Takanori Gomi. And Ryan Gracie has just said that the Gracies created this history of jiu-jitsu and MMA, and we are the best. So, a family affair once again in the ring. And Matt Hume, as you see Kazushi Sakuraba, smiling as always, listening to what Ryan Gracie had to say. Your thoughts on not only the series, but all of the action we saw tonight, Matt?
The action was great tonight. I know that fans may have been upset with the last decision. Again, it was a great fight, and if we can look past that and just see the action that was presented tonight, Pride always brings the best action, and tonight was great.
It was another tremendous evening of action. There you see Nobuhiko Takada, Pride official, Ryan Gracie stopping by. We congratulate him for his victory tonight. And again, we remind you that we will be back on pay-per-view on June 20th. And please mark this date down. You do not want to miss any of this action. The Great Eight in the second round of the Pride Heavyweight Tournament. In addition to that, as you see Ryan Gracie hug the president of Pride, Mr. Saki Kabara, the fans, we are going to have Quentin Jackson versus Ricardo Arona. Hidehiko Yoshida returns to action. Kazushi Sakuraba returns to action. And much, much more. Again, it'll be happening June 20th. It's Critical Countdown, only on pay-per-view. And now, for Matt Hume, I'm Mauro Ranallo. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed Pride Bushido 3 from the Yokohama Arena in Japan.
In April, Pride Fighting Championships gave you the first round of their heavyweight tournament, Total Elimination 2004. And now comes Sunday, June 20th. Pride Fighting gives you Critical Countdown, the only way to the Pride Belt. On Sunday, June 20th, Pride Fighting Championships brings together the remaining 8 fighters. American Heath Herring, American Kevin Randleman, Nogueira, Fedor, Semi Schilt, Ogawa, Giant Silva, and Sergey Haritonov, all looking to knock each other out on Sunday, June 20th at Pride Fighting's Critical Countdown. American Kevin Randleman.
Arena, anytime Mirko Krokop is in the ring, Kevin Randleman.
Excellent.
With the shot back up to his feet.
Excellent.
And by Randleman, knocks down Krokop on his back.
It's over. Unbelievable.
Randleman has knocked down Mirko Krokop.
Ohio's own Kevin Randleman did the unthinkable and knocked out Mirko Krokop. And Randleman says come June 20th at Pride's Critical Countdown, anything can happen again.
There's no way that you can say that this guy's going to win or this guy's going to win. You saw that Okoye, he fought Nogueira like a champion. So you can't ever say that this guy's going to win and this guy's going to win. It just depends on who shows up. Like today, Kevin the Monster showed up. June 20th, I guarantee you a bigger, stronger monster's going to show up. I told you, I'm through with trying to cut weight to get back down to light heavyweight. I'm staying up here where I should be, which is a heavy fucking motherfucker. And I'm back.
To his feet. Excellent. And by Randleman, knocks down Krokop.
When you dropped him with the first one, did you know it was over?
Yeah, I knew it was over. I threw my left, caught him just right, and he fell. When he fell, I usually pause. I'm like one of those guys that admires his work like a dumbass. But today I didn't admire it. Today I did what my coach wanted me to do, and that was finish the job finally.
Years ago in that thrilling title battle, this is it.
The Texas Crazy Horse, Heath Herring, also advanced to Pride's Critical Countdown on June 20th.
It's going to get incrementally more difficult, of course. Every round the guys get cut out, and then you get the cream rises to the top, so to speak. So June 20th is going to be difficult, and then if you make it into August, it's going to be last 4. It's not going to be an easy fight at all, easy tournament. But that's what it's for. I mean, this is the Pride Heavyweight Grand Prix, so that's what we're all about.
That's what Pride Fighting is all about. Real fights with real athletes. But they better watch out for Nogueira.
Oh, there's a nice throw. Yeah, it's over. Nogueira with the
be looking to knock somebody out.
His brother and Vladimir He's got here's the overboard. And Coleman at the tap. And Fyodor Aemilianenko submits Mark the Hammer Coleman.
I can guarantee you that if you guys don't fucking show up and you guys don't watch, you guys are going to be very remiss because you're going to miss another great fight. And I'm not losing. There's only one boy from Ohio left, and I said it before, we're taking this belt to Ohio.
So if you want to see the world's best fighters knocking each other out, don't miss Pride Fighting Championships Critical Countdown on Sunday, June 20th.
プライド武士道本戦開始に先立ち、武士道挑戦試合3試合を行います。
ただいまより武士道挑戦試合第1試合を行います。
And now for the first exhibition match.
青コーナーベルトラン・アモード選手、赤コーナーラオウ選手の入場です。
This bout at Bushido Volume 3 mat will feature two fighters making their debut. In Pride, we see the Frenchman Bertrand Amusu, and there you see Lao from Japan making their way to the ring.
In the red corner from Japan, Lao!
Popular Pride announcer making the introductions of Lao. There you see Bertrand Amusu backed by his entourage with the French flag. He was quoted as saying, if you think the level of French fighters is like the one of Gilles Arsene, who fought and was defeated by Sakuraba at Pride 23, you are so wrong. He wants to show the fans the quality of a true French fighter. Something tells me that Amusu and Arsene are not exactly the best of friends, Matt.
No, I don't think they are. They're both new to Pride. They both have a judo background, so they've got a lot to prove here.
Amusu has been competing in judo for 10 years, a three-time world champion in something called the jiu-jitsu fighting system. And Matt, right off the bat, both of them judo practitioners, but Amusu may have the edge with his jiu-jitsu background. We really don't know what Lao is like on the ground.
It's possible. The jiu-jitsu fighting system that he's a champion in, I'm not real familiar with. So I don't know what the level is that he brings to the ring in jiu-jitsu.
Amusu is 37, 5'11", 187 pounds, making his debut in Pride Fighting Championships. Lau is 26, 5'10", 195 pounds. This will also be his debut tonight. So they match up rather evenly. It'll be a 1-inch height advantage for the Frenchman, although when they match up there, it looks like that they are pretty close to being the same height. And the referee giving them last-minute instructions. Matt, we're about set to begin this bout here between, again, two newcomers to Pride, getting a chance to showcase their skills here at Bushido Volume 3 from the Yokohama Arena. The match is underway.
It's like a little bit of feeling out here. Oh, good right hand.
Amusu able to get
another right hand.
With another right.
He better get to the clinch.
Amusu keeping him at a distance and just really firing away with those lefts and rights.
That one rocked him.
Peppering him is Amusu.
Now, if it gives Lau a chance to recover here, he may have gassed himself a little bit.
Amusu trained in kickboxing with Dominic Valera, the man who made kickboxing popular in Europe. We can tell you that Lau has trained in judo for 18 years at the prestigious Kodo Gakusha. They really are engaged in a stand-up war here to kick things off, Matt.
Yeah, Amusu's throwing better punches right now. Lau really hasn't got into it yet. The footwork is just not happening. You see his knees taped up there. He may have a problem moving forward right now.
Lau has not found his rhythm, and while Amusu has landed with some of those bombs, he's also been very frenetic, if you will, expending some energy that may not be wise to do so at this point in time.
He was, but he pulled himself back now a little bit. He landed some good shots, but he didn't go wild even when he had him hurt. So he shows that he does have a little bit of ring experience there.
He was the 1995 King of Judo at the European Club Championships, and they continue to swing freely here.
Lau's trying to land those big overhand rights, but Amusu sees them coming from a long ways away, and his footwork is a little better. He's in and out a little quicker, so he's not getting hit. Amusu's throwing that 1-2 over and over because it was working, but it looks like Lau's figured that out too. They're going to have to switch their attack up here soon.
Amusu is not using any of his combinations to set up a takedown. That was a nice low kick to the outside of that injured leg. So it's been all stand-up here in the opening round. It's 2 5-minute rounds. Preliminary bout here at Bushido Volume 3.
We're seeing a lot of single shots right now. See if these guys put together a combination. I think that's going to be the key right now if they're going to stay on the feet. Which one's going to start throwing? But there's a combination, 3-punch. And single punch is back, so let's see if Amusu can figure that out. Oh, it goes for the shot.
Goes for the shot, ends up in the clinch attempt here now. There's a nice knee delivered by Lau to the midsection. Amusu coming back with a low knee.
That was a low knee. Now you may see a yellow card given here since the knee was low. It doesn't matter if it was accidental or on purpose. It's against the rules.
Amusu's family, all of them entrenched in the mixed martial arts. His father, Simon, was to have participated in the 1972 Munich Olympics. Unfortunately, the Benin government, they're natives of Benin, Africa, couldn't afford to send his dad there, but we can tell you that his mother is involved, his siblings, so Amusu definitely raised in a mixed martial arts atmosphere, or martial arts, if you will, and now getting his first crack at mixed martial arts.
Now, no yellow card on that one. Now, these bouts, the yellow card wouldn't matter in the decision anyways, because this is a preliminary bout, 2 5-minute rounds. At the end of this match, and any of the first preliminary bouts, which are the first 3 bouts, there will be no decision. So these guys are going to have to get at it to get a winner.
And knowing that, that is why Amusu started off the way he did. Now Lau, more cautious, was successful there with the jab for a while, but now Amusu gets through the guard with a left hand.
Yeah, he's back to that 1-2 combination.
Lau's brother, Kojiro, a very famous kickboxer here in Japan. So he's had some quality sparring partners. Amusu, again, that single shot gets through the guard man.
It does. I see him dropping his right hand when he throws. A good body shot there.
Of course, the body shots will precipitate the dropping of the hands, but these two continue to swing back and forth. Amusu seems to be the aggressor, however.
Amusu's the aggressor. Now we'll see if Lau has a good corner. They'll tell him that whenever Amusu jabs, he's dropping his right hand, and if he throws the left hook rather than that right hand counter, he'll be able to catch him flush on the temple there.
We can tell you that Lau's name, as we head into the final minute of this first round, it's actually a nickname from one of the main characters of a Japanese cartoon called Hokuto no Ken. Lau is a legendary fighter all Japanese children respect, and Lau wants to earn respect here in his debut in Pride, but right now Amusu continues to tag him with the lefts and rights through the guard, and Amusu definitely has been the more aggressive fighter, and thus far has taken the first round from Lau.
We're seeing more single shots here again. We'll see if they catch their wind here if someone puts together a combination.
Is that because fatigue may already be a factor?
I think it is. I think they've come out pretty hard at the beginning, and there's a little bit of fatigue going. They'll get their second win here, and then I think you'll see them loosen up and throw more combinations.
Although Amusu's still very active on his feet, good footwork, both of them remain at close quarters. Nice shot to the body, and Lau trying to go upstairs, and that is the end of the opening round. And it is rare that we have a judge filling in for Boss Rutan, but we do have the American judge Matt Hume with us. And Matt, how would you look at that first round? How would you score it?
Well, there's criteria for the judges, and the number one is the effort to finish the fight. They both made a good effort to finish the fight, although nothing really happened that would have finished the fight. Damage would be the second criteria. Neither of them were really damaged. Aggressiveness probably went a little bit towards Amusu. So the fight is scored based on the entire fight, though, not just one round. So the judges are going to be, now here we go, right hands, two right hands in a row. This looks like the early stages when they were more active. Yeah, Amusu's really coming forward with a lot of punches, but Lau was able to withstand that, and Musu got a little tired later and didn't throw as many combinations.
What I thought in the opening round, Matt, was they really didn't. Lau tried to use the jab effectively. Amusu didn't really, and that's why I thought a lot of those long-range bombs were missing. They weren't really gauging the distance accurately.
Well, Amusu threw some good combinations at the start, and he did land some. You can see the eyes a little bit swollen there from the punches. But Lau didn't really move forward when he was punching until he threw that combination that landed. That's going to be the key. If he can move forward while he's punching, he can land the second or the third punch in the combination. We'll see if he got any good advice from his corner here if he comes out with a little different strategy.
The final round here, the second round, almost ready to go. Referee sends them back to their corners. You're right, there is some damage on the face of Lau. Amusu, the more aggressive fighter in the opening round, but either of them have yet to set up a takedown attempt. We saw Amusu try a rather sloppy shot. Nice, as he rocks him there, and again, that combination gets through Amusu just like a house of fire here, peppering Lau with those punches. But again, he's a wild puncher as well.
He is a wild puncher, and he needs to be a little careful here.
Although he's starting to take its toll on Lau, and Lau, a rubber leg, and the referee has interjected himself and stopped this fight. In the second round, Bertrand Amusu, with a flurry of punches to kick off round number 2, emerges victorious here at 29 seconds of the second round via TKO. It is Bertrand Amusu.
He did the right thing there by really throwing the combinations and continuing to go for it, because if this would have gone the distance, then there would have been no decision, so it would have been called a draw. So he did a good job here. He turned him at an angle with that right hand. Here comes the right again. The right did the damage. There it lands right there. He's wobbled him now. He's landed it a few more times. The punches are wild, but they're landing. Now he's really hurt, doesn't know where he is. He's trying to grab, so the referee wisely stopped it.
Amusu sticking to his promise, delivering a much better fight than his compatriot Gilles Arsene did back at Pride 23. Amusu is victorious here at Pride Bushido Volume 3.
第一試合を行います。青コーナー190センチ 112.5 キロチェ・ムベイ。
Shea Mubei is 33, 6'2", 230 pounds, 1-0 in Pride competition.
赤コーナー190センチ99キロ山本よしでした。
Yamamoto is 33, 6'3", 220 pounds. He is 3-5 in Pride.
During the introduction there, Shea Mubei gave a little suplex sign. Do you think he's going to try a suplex?
As we've stated, suples are his specialty, and it would be interesting to see if he doesn't attempt a smorgasbord of suples tonight. Of course, Yamamoto, a very tough competitor who scored one of the biggest upsets in MMA history when he defeated the returning Mark Kerr. Of course, Kerr helped himself by unfortunately knocking himself out in a freak accident here, and he was going for the double leg, but Yamamoto did get the victory at Pride 27. And then in a very spirited display by Yamamoto, the last time we saw him, he went up against Mirko Krokop and was defeated in that contest. Mubei right away takes Yamamoto
Here goes
to the
the throw. Yamamoto bailed out. Shea Mubei is very strong. Yamamoto's trying to use the ropes there to his advantage so he doesn't get thrown.
Again, we should remind you, for Bushido matches, there's one 10-minute round, one 5-minute round, shorter duration than our
He's got both
Pride
underhooks
event shows. So they're going to try to go all out, full power immediately.
Shea Mubei's got the underhook here. If he can pull Yamamoto off the rope so his feet don't catch the rope, then he can throw him. He's really trying hard for it. Yamamoto's really trying to bail out. Now, one thing, if he continues to try hard for the suplex, he may tire himself from continually trying to pick Yamamoto up. If he tires his arms out, he can still wrestle well, but he won't be able to punch well. Now Yamamoto's inside. Mubei's around the corner. He's got the underhooks again.
Mubei now punching from underneath, scoring with those right hands. Now back into the waistlock, and there's beautiful suplex by Shea Mubei, and he even adds an exclamation point with that kick, and there is Yamamoto again.
Now we see the difference between wrestling and fighting. He landed what he wanted to land. He got the suplex, but Yamamoto's back up.
And there's a nice shot that puts Yamamoto on his rear end. Shea Mubei with that straight right. Yamamoto back up to his feet, however, immediately.
Yamamoto's very resilient. He can take a lot of damage. He's throwing the overhand at the same time.
He can take a lot of damage, and he's taking a lot of damage early on here with that electrifying suplex and that straight right. Now looking for the tie clinch is Yamamoto. Maybe trying to go for some knee work here, but Mubei doing a good job of pulling him into the corner.
See if he tries another suplex here.
Looking for
Yamamoto's hooking the leg there so he doesn't get lifted.
He's going to block that suplex attempt. Back into that side headlock by Yamamoto, and Mubei just busy keeping him hemmed into the corner. Now peppering him with those left hands is Yamamoto, but he's, again, caught on those ropes, and the referee looks like he's going to issue a yellow card to Yamamoto. So Mubei definitely showing some of that boxing training, and of course his bread and butter, the Greco-Roman wrestling style, that great suplex, nice low kick there by Yamamoto, but he gets tagged again with a right hand. Not much of a guard, going for the takedown attempt.
I don't think he's going to get a takedown on Mubei. He's hooking up again. There goes Throw, he grabbed the rope again. He's bailing out now. An interesting thing here, Mubei chose to wear shoes. Mubei chose to wear shoes, and if he wants to roll to the legs here, Yamamoto can go for a leg lock. Those shoes will make it easier to get the leg lock, but now he's back on his feet, looking for the Kimura, putting his head outside the ropes. We saw Hoist Gracie do that, or saw Sakuraba do that with Hoist Gracie. But right now, it just seems like an attempt to not get lifted and thrown.
Right now, we're in a bit of a stalemate here as Mubei looking for position.
Mubei is going to the crotch.
Single leg there almost. Timeout.
Another yellow card, I believe.
And that's a second yellow card for Yamamoto. One more, and it will not be third time the charm. It will be third time. Back to the showers. You are disqualified. Stalling.
That yellow card could have been for grabbing the ropes, or it could have been for stalling.
we'll see the side referees, the side judges lift up cards with the particular corner on it if they feel that stalling is going on.
Yamamoto keeps his hands down low even after coming back with a nice punch kick combination. Now he's getting busy again.
Good low kicks from Yamamoto.
Trying to take away that lead leg of Che
continues to throw the right hand. It's a big right hand, but you can see it coming.
Che
chasing him down.
With the weight advantage, 10 pounds on Yamamoto, and just seems to be imposing his will here on Yoshihisa Yamamoto in the first round of this Bushido matchup.
Another big right hand there from Che Mubei. He's really running forward with those right hands. Yamamoto needs to get out of the way and start using some lateral movement. And I think Mubei's given up on the suplexes here. He's
Yamamoto trying to smother Mubei's face, cut off his breathing with the passageways. Perhaps his last gasp here to try to wear down Che Mubei as he's hemmed in the corner once again.
Yamamoto is covering up the mouth and nose here.
Mubei with the kickboxing, boxing, jiu-jitsu training, really a complete fighter from Korea. Looked very good in his debut at Bushido 2 against Imamura.
Okay, now the referee broke them standing to have them restart to create some more action.
Well, there was no action going on whatsoever, so a good decision by the ref. Mubei again taking the fight to Yamamoto with the straight punches, and there's a knee to the breadbasket. Yamamoto right now just fighting to survive here.
Yamamoto's throwing punches that are landing, but he's moving backwards while he's throwing those punches, so he doesn't have much power in them.
Waistlock again being applied here by Mubei. He had grabbed the rope again and gets the German suplex, does Mubei. Some of the fans booing Yamamoto.
That could have resulted in a disqualification, but I think they're going to give Mubei the chance to finish it on his own.
Good job now by Mubei, taking his time with those body shots, not doing a lot of damage, just really wearing down Yamamoto.
Mubei's in a riding position in wrestling right here, taking a little rest.
He's gassed
Yamamoto not trying to really do anything.
Nice uppercuts from underneath the right arm. Doing a great job is Che Mubei of just dismantling Yoshihisa Yamamoto here in round number 1. Yamamoto with a nice
Yamamoto's in a face lock position here. He doesn't actually have the face, but he's around the shoulders. Mubei's tripoding here. He's trying to get his weight off of his hands.
And you see those kicks have taken their toll on Che Mubei's left leg, the discoloring, but Mubei not feeling the effects right now as he is up along the ropes. Yoshihisa Yamamoto with some hammer strikes to the top of the head. Again, going for that Kimura attempt, but really, isn't this more just a block?
It's more just a block and to hold. He's not really trying to get the arm out. Now he's moving to the side here, and he's going for it.
Rolling into
Turn it into a reversal.
Armbar attempt.
He can only get a straight arm lock from there. He's got to turn his hips over so that he can finish the Kimura. And the ropes are in the way. Now he got tipped on his hip.
Oh, almost a guillotine position there for Mubei. Slips out.
Mubei's got the face lock here.
Could go for the guillotine here.
Sorry, that's Yamamoto that's got the face lock here. He's got the guillotine underneath.
Mubei in a precarious position here as Yamamoto has the guillotine sunk in.
Yamamoto needs to get his hips in there.
And he pops out. Good job there by Mubei.
Hands are way down at the waist by both guys. Sign of tiredness.
Doing some bubbling there to the ropes.
Mubei's got a better position right here. He always gets the underhook when they go to the clinch. And now he's to the back because he made Yamamoto turn away with that underhook. Yamamoto again at the arm.
This really just a matter of a respite for Mubei, it seems, and even for Yamamoto. Not much happening here. If I were the referee, I'd bring them again back to the center of the ring and restart this bout.
I think you'll see the referee break them and restart them here. Yamamoto just waiting.
The action has come to a standstill, and finally the referee is
he's going to keep them in the same position. He's taking Yamamoto off the ropes. That's a good call by the referee. Now, if Yamamoto chooses not to work there, he's going to be stalling again. Now,
there's a discussion going on here as to what exactly was the positioning, and Mubei just pulls his arm out, gets a right And back we go.
See Mube
There's
again.
Yamamoto busy with those hammer strikes. Good job, Yamamoto.
Mube not wanting to lose the underhook. He followed him all the way across the ring with that underhook, which now he's down in position at the hips.
Oh,
Nothing
nice
stopping
right.
him from dropping down.
A war of attrition going on here in the opening round between Mube and Yamamoto. Mube definitely the better striker, had the supplies, but it looks like Yamamoto more accurate with the submission attempts.
Yamamoto tried a guillotine there, but Mube stood straight up, which didn't allow him to get it. Pretty ineffective knees going on right now. Good call by the referee there to break him again and get a restart.
Very scrappy at times here in the opening round between Mube and Yoshihisa Yamamoto. Hopefully we'll see a little more
Good low
action.
kick, good low kick.
Takes a leg out. Loses a
Good
wheel,
low
does
kick.
Mube. And there we go now, Yamamoto with that second win. Smells blood. Going from the upstairs, downstairs, punch kick combinations by Yoshihisa Yamamoto, and now it's Mube who may be just hanging on to survive.
Mube is just hanging on now. He's too tired to get the suplex. The ropes are getting in the way, and that leg is very sore.
We had speculated at the toll the damaging kicks had done to Mube. We now see evidence that Yamamoto is indeed beginning to chop away there at Mube. Nice punch there by Mube, but it's Yamamoto coming back with punches and kicks. And who's going to remain standing in this one?
Good right hand by Mube, but he keeps exposing that leg every time he throws the right hand.
Nice knee right up the middle by Yamamoto. Another good kick and a right hand.
Mube loading up again on that right hand, but he's got to put the weight on that front leg, and he really doesn't want to bend it anymore.
And but the first half of the round belongs to Mube. The second half, all Yamamoto. Another nice knee.
Now this is where the experience comes in. Mube tired himself out a little bit.
And now he's just peppering him at will. Mube unable really to lift his hands and defend himself intelligently. And there's the end of the round, and not a moment too soon for Mube, as Yoshihisa Yamamoto was well on his way to finishing this fight.
Now the judges have a tough call here in between this round because they've got to decide who made a better effort to finish the fight. They both tried to finish the fight. The suplex was an effort to finish the fight, although it was fairly ineffective, so it didn't score any damage. The punches on the ground maybe scored for some damage, but Yamamoto definitely did some damage there on the leg. And the effort to finish the fight came in because those low kicks dropped him a few times.
We saw, and there you see him in his corner, Kazushi Sakuraba, who will be appearing on our next pay-per-view, the big Critical Countdown event, and he will be returning to action that day, June 20th, only on pay-per-view. The Japanese legend Sakuraba returns.
Nice suplex there by Mube. Almost got the kick when he followed up, but it came off the shoulder and the glove. And Yamamoto there showing that didn't do anything to him. Good low kicks there. Dropped him down to one knee, followed it up again, threw the right hand. The low kicks are really effective. The punches aren't really doing anything. Mube's right hand is stronger, but he's not landing it now because he's keeping that left leg back. There goes a knee. Knee landed well, but not directly on the chin.
It wasn't the cleanest round, Matt, but it was an entertaining one for the fans, and definitely a tale of two stories there. The first half belonging to Mube, and definitely coming on strong in the second half was Yamamoto. Let's see if he can continue to maintain his momentum in this, the second and final round.
It may have been the strategy of Yamamoto to go ahead and let Mube tire himself out with all the suplex attempts and the strength moves, which is obviously a good strategy.
Again, scores with that right hand. Another inside kick, and it buckles the knees momentarily of Mube.
The punches from Yamamoto are not very strong. He needs to go back to those kicks and really try to finish this with the low kicks.
From what we've seen thus far, it appears that Mube is definitely the more powerful striker. But Mube's legs now resembling a stained glass window with the discoloring, and it's going to be just a matter of time if Yamamoto can capitalize. But right now he finds himself here, Matt, with giving up his back.
He's giving up his back, but Mube's not really trying to do anything here. If he wanted to finish with submission, he'd put the hooks on, or he's coming to the side now to throw the knees.
That was smart.
That's a better position to try to end it from. Now he's back behind again. I think he's seen Igor do this here.
There's the half Nelson.
And the half Nelson's not really going to do anything unless it puts him in a position to land the knee.
That's what he's trying to do, though, is turn him back onto his back. It seemed now he's got him in a waist lock. Let's see if he sets something up here. It looks like fatigue is a factor for Mube.
Yamamoto going for the Kimura again on the feet, but pressed up against the corner, he's not going to be able to do much with it.
And really, these Kimura submission attempts, as we've speculated, I think, and you'll agree, Matt, are just mainly to keep him from attempting the suplex.
He was putting his foot up on the rope there for a second to give him a little extra power, but the referee caught him.
Referee calling for action.
Referee's commands are action and work to finish. If the fighters don't obey those commands, they can get a yellow card, which we've already seen 2 times. Now that's going to come into play with the decision.
Mube attempted the tie clinch there, now looking to go for the full body lock. Now they're just scrambling, really jockeying for position. You can see that fatigue is definitely taking its toll here for both fighters, Matt.
Fatigue is definitely a factor. The experience with the fatigue is better on Yamamoto's part. He's able to do a little bit more now, although he's fatigued, probably able to think a little bit better.
And with the evolution of the sport and everyone now cross-training and becoming proficient in all aspects of mixed martial arts, really conditioning is that one advantage. And it is interesting to note that a lot of fighters, because of sometimes not getting fights on time per se, but isn't it smart, Matt, just to stay in tip-top condition throughout the year if you're a professional fighter?
You go in cycles. You should stay close to condition. You can't always stay in tip-top position, but you shouldn't let yourself get out of condition. After a fight, you should take a little bit of time off, but start preparing right away and get yourself at a place where you can peak your conditioning in about a 2-week period.
Back to the corner they are in now, Matt. And really, what do you see here? I mean, in terms of Yamamoto, what he's doing with the strikes, they don't seem to be too powerful. Again, the referee calls for action, and I think now he's going to issue a yellow card to Che Mube.
Yes.
And that was for stalling, correct?
Yes. Mube was just holding on, pushing to the corners there. Yamamoto wisely threw the punches there so that he didn't get the yellow card.
We're into the last couple of minutes of this bout here at Bushido 3 between Che Mube of Korea and Japan's Yoshihisa Yamamoto. It's been a slugfest. It's been scrappy at times.
Mube again with the underhook. Mube pushing in a little bit better. Yamamoto giving the angle away. Mube on the back again. He gets the position, but he's not able to do anything with it right now. Both very tired.
Who is going to be able to outlast, perhaps outwill the other, will probably emerge victorious in this battle between Mube and Yamamoto. Again, Mube has the waist lock, but unable to do much with it. It's high, and really, he has no power right now to attempt a suplex.
He's holding on. He's looking for punches. He's trying to turn him over with a half Nelson. Those are all typical wrestling moves, aside from the punches. Now, that roll right there, if he can lock something in here, he's trying for the arm, he's trying for the triangle. He didn't get it. Mube's got his arms back. Now he's got one arm inside.
Again, Yamamoto looks like he's going for the triangle attempt.
He's turned to go for the armbar, but Mube's got his head down, so he doesn't have it hooked up yet. And Mube pulled his head up, so.
How important or how much of a factor has that 10-pound weight advantage for Mube played in this fight, Matt? There we go, submission attempt. Sorry, Matt, what?
It's not really the weight advantage here. I think it's more the strength advantage. Mube is able to stop the things that Yamamoto is trying to do.
Could he be going for, well, it looked like he was in a position to maybe attempt a rear naked choke. Now finds himself allowing Yamamoto just to stand up and face him once again. He wants to exchange punches, I guess. Nice knee delivered by Yamamoto from the tie clinch.
Mube's throwing the stronger punch, but it's only one punch, where Yamamoto's a little more active with the punches, but the punches are a lot weaker.
But they are scoring blows.
They're scoring blows, but again, what the judges are looking for is the effort to finish and damage above just damage, or above just striking.
And of course, we're getting the criteria straight from the judge's mouth. Matt Hume And there is the end of the fight. And Matt, from a judge's point of view, if you were working this bout, how would you score this fight?
Well, I'm glad I'm not a judge on this bout because this is a very difficult one. Yamamoto did more damage to Mubai, but Yamamoto got 2 yellow cards, and Mubai got 1. So the judges are going to have to factor in those yellow cards and see how much weight they put on that 1 extra card that Yamamoto was given. Now, when the judges will run a time clock at their place, and they'll take notes while the fight's going on, and they'll look back on their notes. So when we look back on the fights, we see certain things, but the judges are taking notes throughout the whole fight.
All right, and let's go to the judges' decision right now and see how this fight will play itself out. Yamamoto, do you think Yamamoto's frustrated being more experienced that he was unable to finish Mubei? Or should he be just happy to have done what he did and survived the bout?
No, I think Yamamoto may be a little bit frustrated. Here comes the decision.
Mubei with one judge's favor. Perhaps the yellow cards did play a factor. A unanimous decision victory for Che Mubei, who improves to 2-0 here in Pride. And they are celebrating back in his native Korea, where mixed martial arts is very popular. Che Mubei now having a little fun, jubilation in center ring with his team. And Che Mubei moves to 2-0 with the unanimous decision win over Pride veteran Yoshihisa Yamamoto. Your thoughts, your final thoughts on that fight?
Well, it started off a bit slow. Yamamoto's experience helped him out, but I think in the end, the yellow cards made a difference, and probably his stalling tactics in the beginning were not very well appreciated by the judges.
Yamamoto now approaching Mubei, active sportsmanship. That's what separates mixed martial arts from most sports in the world. Mubei victorious here at Pride.